Hello, hello, another day in the neighborhood. Welcome to my channel. This is Who is Coming Towards You Wednesday. It is Wednesday hump day. Hello, everybody that's coming in. Just going to give it a few minutes. I usually start Aries off around 3:33 is what I got it down for today. Yes, I do. The people ask about the timestamps. I've always kind of been into, the angel numbers, and I put them, I fall on those angel numbers to kind of give you something to maybe look up and see why those numbers, but I don't force it. If I end the reading at a certain time or begin a reading at a certain time, I will look at the clock and I will start when it's a good number, because it just gives good vibes to your sign. All right. So it is a little intentional. Welcome in, everybody. I'm doing Aries through Pisces. If you are new to my channel, thank you for being here. I go live a lot because I enjoy the energies in the chat room, and I enjoy your energy. It helps me. I'm a Scorpio. I need other people's energies, right? Come bring it in. But I try not to talk during the actual readings, so that if you're not here, you can just click on the timestamp and listen to your reading. I do Aries through Pisces, and for each zodiac sign, I also do a rundown of Aries through Pisces if you have a specific sign on your mind. And today it's going to be their energy and possibility of whether or not they're coming towards you. So that's what I'll be looking at for that part. And every month I do a giveaway for a personal reading. It is Leo still, and so happy birthdays to my Leos. And you can win a reading. I will announce it during the first week of Virgo season. And also just make sure to hit that like and subscribe. You know, it helps my channel grow. Hello, Janae. Hello, Angel, the girl, Cassandra, Solate Tarot. Hello. Debbie's here. I've got, wouldn't you like to know? Yes, I would. Tell me about it. All right. And I have Rare Diamond, Milan, Lori's here, Crystal's here. I got a lot of members here. Come on in and talk. Everybody's friendly. Everybody gets along. We love our energy. Aries bringing in her energy, but we'll be back later. I can't wait. Thank you for bringing in your energy as well. It really does help me. So I don't just feel like I'm talking to myself. But anyways, let's get into this. All right. So we are going to start Aries off at 3:33, a really good number. Who's coming towards my Aries? Who is coming towards my Aries? I am going to pull out the dice today too, just to kind of, you never know when I'm going to. I even have my dragon here. So we've got my little dragon for some vibes. And we're going to see who's coming towards you. Who's coming towards my Aries? What can you tell me about the energy of who's coming towards my Aries? Aries, who is coming towards you? All right. Well, you got an Ace of Wands underneath, so somebody's about to light some fire. Somebody's about to spark up some conversation. All right, looking good. All right, we have King of Pentacles showing up. So we do have a specific sign. Taurus, my kings are always the fixed energies, but it can be earthy energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be their sign. It could be the element they're in, what they act like, what kind of person. They might even be their rising, or moon, but we do see a very earthy, very stable, very grounded type of person coming in. Somebody who likes the good things, somebody who is very, very business oriented and family oriented and commitment, right? So this is somebody that likes to build things, likes to make things work and make things last, right? Especially if there's value in it. So we are seeing that here, especially with the Ace of Swords at the bottom, that somebody's got their eye on you, Aries. Somebody definitely, looking at stability with you, looking at plans with you. So I am going to roll the dice, though, to get signs, just to give it for you guys. So when you hear your signs, you like to go, right? And I'll give you a number for synchronicity. So I see the number 8 for synchronicities. So those might be showing up for you. And I have a Taurus, I have a Capricorn, and I have a Leo energy, all right, that might be coming towards you. So now let's see your current energy. What's the challenge and this energy coming towards you? What's their challenge, all right? I have the 3 of Swords, so you're showing up a little, discouraged, right? You're, feeling sad about something, feeling disappointed right now in your current energy. So, and you're getting a lot of 8s, I like it. And the 3 of Swords is, maybe you just feel, maybe this is an energy, you feel like somebody is going to disappoint you, or you've been waiting on this to come in and you're doubting it. It's just making you in this, it's putting you in this energy of, am I going to get hurt again? Is this going to happen? Is this a repeat? So what is your obstacle? And I've got the 9 of Pentacles, confidence around this situation. There is an air of success in this reading already. So it's already telling me that it's pretty much going in a good direction for you and this person. It looks like your obstacle, though, could be stress, money, health. You're feeling a lack of confidence, not feeling stable. You're wanting stability, you're wanting commitment in your life, you wanting somebody to prioritize you as well. It looks like you are ready for something real. So this energy of the person coming towards you, we have the 5 of Cups and their obstacle, the Emperor. So it's like Aries. It's like this person here seems to put business first, seems to feel bad or feel lost about what to say to you and does not like hurting you. All right. So I do see the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Swords here. This energy of somebody coming towards you is wanting to make peace, wanting to fix things. All right. Wanting to make things a little bit more stable with you. They have your energy on their side. It's like, I see you, Aries. I see the potential of this relationship. All right. And I don't like seeing you sad. All right. So it could be somebody that is interested in you. Remember, who is coming towards you right now can be for singles as well. It doesn't have to be specifically for the person that's on your mind. Aries through Pisces can fine tune that for you. But I am seeing here, somebody may see you heartbroken, or maybe you just lost a job, or you're just feeling down on your luck, or you're feeling kind of insecure. And this person's like, I don't like seeing Aries feel like this. And if this person has done this or something has happened between the two of you and they feel like they're the cause of it, it's like, man, you're really keeping yourself together, but I can feel you. All right. And so I'm seeing this person here, maybe even wanting to, spark up conversation. We got 5 of Wands, right? So this person very much like, I'm going to fight this. It might be no matter what. It could be a little bit of a challenge here, but we're going to make it through, or we're going to figure this out. I'm very passionate about you. This person is very passionate. I'm very passionate about you. This person's very passionate about you, and they see you as an equal. That's what I really like about this, especially when they're looking at you like the Emperor. Right? They might see that you've been working hard, or you've been working hard on yourself, or working hard in life, working hard with your job. And maybe you've had a recent disappointment, or you just haven't been getting back what you've been putting in. This person's like, you deserve better than this. You deserve so much, Aries. All right. So let's see what they really want and what Spirit wants you to know. And, any possible actions, right, with this reading, even though I'll look at the actions in the other part. I see Page of Cups. So this person really wants to love on you. It seems like, with both these cards here, it's like, hey, this is new. Let's make this new. Let's make this happen. I really, at minimum, crush. It could be a crush for some of you. I've got my eye on you. You sparked some interest in. I just can't stop thinking about you. But I really do want to express my feelings, right? So I am seeing that this person wants to express their feelings for you, and it's more than just friendship. All right, now for some of you there could be an age difference, and or somebody could have a child. You know, they have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you're single, maybe you don't have children and this person you're interested in does, you know, or vice versa. But it doesn't seem like this is worrying the person. They want, it's like, I don't like seeing you, you know, like you feel like you're second best, because you're not. All right, the Aries energy, the Emperor, is saying you are top notch. All right, you're top notch. Now, what does Spirit want you to know? The Nine of Wands. So not only are you getting eights, Aries, you're getting the number nines, right? And so nines is a completion, right? So it does feel like there's some sort of completion, some sort of conclusion coming your way. All right, getting to know what's really going on. This person really going to expose their feelings, right? And I'm always manifesting, especially what I see on the cards here, the best case scenario. All right, and so we are seeing here that this, you know, Nine of Wands, you may have been dealing with a lot of stress when it comes to this relationship, maybe just relationships in general, and you just feel like, you know, something's got to give. And Spirit is saying, don't give up. And this, it doesn't look as though you've come this far. You're at the edge. The hardest part is over. And it looks like you will get some sort of finalization or conclusion when it comes to this relationship. So what astrological, let's deal with the Oracle, the Stargazing Oracle, and let's see what's influencing this connection. You know, is this a lesson? Is this a growth? Is this for long term? You know, what does Spirit want you to know about this connection? Is this a gift? All right. And this card just wanted to fly out, and I am seeing opposition, Aries. So maybe you're dealing with a Libra, all right? And, you know, it's mirroring, confronting. And that makes total sense right now, because you guys are polar opposites, right? And you might be testing one another. But, you know, I've been diving a lot into the whole, you know, temperaments and the flow of relationships. And, you know, you guys are opposite, but you have the ability to really, really work with one another and pull out the strengths and focus on the strengths with this, right? So there could be some power struggles, right? We do see an Emperor and we see a King of Pentacles. There could be some power struggles here, but this is a test that's meant to help both of you guys grow and really work together. All right, so there is a chance here, but just remember there's going to be challenges. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces and see what I get. And I will call out the cards. I'm sorry, I was trying to start that rhythm at the beginning of the readings. Thank you for reminding me, Angel. I will call out the decks so you guys will know after I do the Aries through Pisces. So let's see each zodiac sign and you know, the energy they're in. Now this is the person that's specifically on your mind. Remember, that's the main reading. This part is not meant to confuse you. It's meant to give you a little bit of a, you know, kind of fine tune in and see the potential. Now each zodiac sign will tell me the energy they're in and the potential, and if they're going to take any actions, it will be clear. All right. And also this part also shows me synchronicities with the main reading that I just did. So it'll show me who's really the focus. All right, let's see. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So we're looking at relationship here. We're looking at relationship potential. We're looking at, you know, love and challenges that come between partners, you know, or people trying to get together. So we have Aries, you have the Knight of Swords, right? So another Aries on their way. All right, this is good. This is good energy, right? It can be really fast. It can be a turnaround. You know, maybe, you know, things have been going one way and you're like, oh, what's going on here? Well, you may be surprised that the energy is going to swiftly change. All right, we do have an Aries coming in with a very fun, loving energy, really wanting to chat things up and see where things go. All right, so it's very intentional. It seems like they have a purpose. They're on a mission with this connection. All right, Taurus, we have the 10 of Wands. So we are seeing some heavy energy with a Taurus, but remember, not giving up. It looks like we've come this far, you know, let's leave the past in the past and let's start fresh. Remember, you had the Ace of Wands and you had the 9 of Wands. So it tells me you and a Taurus may be clearing things up this week or right now, this energy that we're in. You may be deciding to, you know, let things go and focus on the important things in the relationship. All right. Now, for some of you, the 10 of Wands can say it's been too much. It's been a long road. It's time we let go. So it can go that way too. But it seems like mutual is the energy I'm getting through. Gemini, 6 of Swords. See, let's move. Let's go. Let's see where things are taking us. All right. We both still are, you know, conflicted, but you know, I want to see things out. I want to see things through. So you do see movement here with a Gemini on their way to clear something up, or, you know, and clearing something up can be what happened yesterday. It can be what we're doing next in this relationship. But it does look like they want to clear something up and they want to move forward, right? Whether you guys are together or you guys decide to go your separate ways. All right. Cancer. We're seeing 9 of Swords. All right, so Cancer's coming in an energy of distress. All right, it seems like they've got a lot on their mind. It seems like they're worried about where this relationship is going. It's worried about something they said or something they did. All right, so they can't let something go. They're still it's weighing on them, whatever. Something needs to get off their chest. Now, maybe they're hesitant. There's still a chance here. It's not the 10 of Swords yet, but it looks like they may be getting something off their chest or wanting to confess something to you. So if they're coming towards you, they are definitely coming in, maybe to ask for forgiveness or just to be honest with you about something that's been weighing on them. All right, so you may or may not want to hear it, but it is the truth that's coming through, or an apology. Leo, Knight of Wands. Leo coming in a great energy. It looks like Leo is saying, hey, I want to see where things go. This is very, you know, very attracted to you. We have chemistry here. You know, let's just kind of see where things go, right? So you got some quick, very fast, passionate energy coming in with a Leo. Virgo, the Temperance card, all right? So they might be, it seems like it goes back and forth a little bit with the Temperance card. We got to work things out. But it looks like Virgo and you have potential here. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing right now. And this energy just says, you know, you gotta just kind of let things play out and see how it goes, right? Honor each other's space if you guys are taking a little bit of a pit stop here. But it does look like you guys will restore balance. Libra, the 6 of Pentacles. Libra coming in to, you know, kind of rewrite the contract. Say, hey, let's see where things go. Let's fix things. Or here's some energy. You know, they're coming in with, you know, the energy you've been wanting to make it right, or just wanting to make plans with you. But I do see a possibility of making plans with a Libra. Scorpio, 2 of Swords. Scorpio's still kind of on the fence. It looks like they're torn between maybe 2 relationships, or just torn between you guys really getting along. Are you guys too much alike? Are you guys, you know, always bumping heads? You know, but the thing is they may be holding back from you a little bit right now because they don't want to make the wrong choice. They don't want to lose you over something that could be worked out. All right. So I wouldn't push a Scorpio right now. Let them figure out, make the decision. This seems to be a faster energy, so they should come to you with some sort of decision about the relationship. Sagittarius, Page of Pentacles. Hello. All right. Sag is like, Sag is being sincere. That's the least I can say that. All right. I really want to get to know you. I really want to talk to you. I really want to hang out with you. Or I'm calling you, texting you, whatever. I'm here because I really care about you. All right. So you could get some messages from a Sag. Capricorn is like fun and flirty. Capricorn is like, let's just go. You might be like Capricorn, and all of a sudden, you know, this weekend you're out there on the boat with a Capricorn, right? Where the hell did this come from, right? This kind of energy. So Capricorn ready to, you know, get things started. It looks like a very fun energy message is coming in. Aquarius, 5 of Swords. There's a little bit of a headache here with an Aquarius. It seems like you guys are at each other's throat. Or you guys keep there's conflict of interest, right? You guys just keep poking, or there's some sort of deception between some of you. All right. It's clear. You must know it because you're having a hard time communicating with Aquarius. All right. So right now it does show a challenge in energy. You may not be able to trust what's being said here, especially if you both are arguing or projected onto one another. Pisces, Seven of Pentacles. Pisces is like, we've already started this. All right. You know, things might be slow right now, but I'm trying to figure out what the next plan is, what the next step is. But it looks like you guys are still going to truck forward and see where things go. All right. So thank you. So the cards I'm using today, I've been using them all week, right? They're the same ones. You know, I will shake them up a bit probably, you know, next week. But this week I've been using the Earth Woman Tarot. The deck I was just using for the main reading is this one, Under the Oak Tarot. So this is the one I just used, right? And this is the one that I'll probably pull at today as well. And I am still using the Mystic Storyteller here as well, by Amanda Hughes. And the Stargazing Oracle is what I'm using as well too. All right, so that's what I'm pulling from today. Kind of keeping it, you know, to these decks. And if I choose any other ones, I'll let you know which they are. But I usually will. I have a couple here, and if I choose to, I will pull from them. Thank you for reminding me. All right, let's see my bulls. Where are my big bulls? All right, Taurus. Let's see, 22. I'm going to do 22, 22. Taurus has got the twos. Let's see if it comes through in your readings too. So let me shuffle. 22, 22. All right, let's see. Thank you guys for all bringing your energy in here. Come on in, bulls. We like the bulls on this channel. We mess with you too. All right, let's see. All right, hello, Melissa, as well. I can see you pop in there. Hello. All right, let's see the bulls. All right, so they're nice. All right, so we're looking at what's coming towards you. All right, and we want to see clearly a sign. So I'm also going to roll the dice for you. You have Ace of Cups, right, under the deck. So this is, you know, there's something brewing. There's some love here. You know, somebody is opening up their hearts, and it could be mutual here with this card. So this reading has an air of love all around it. So, you know, with love, though, comes problems. So I'm sure there's going to be a problem coming up, too. All right. So we have Virgo, we have Scorpio, and we have Cancer. Could also be, I see slight Aries here. All right. And the numbers showing up here for you is 8 and 4. So we have 8 and 4, but we also have 222. 22, 22, which is 8 and which is 4. So look at the synchronicity. I started this at 22, 22, and your numbers are 8 and 4. You're like, Frankie, we got it. We know math, right? We've got this figured out. So those, I love the dice too. All right. So let's see who's coming towards you right now. All right. And the energy there is the 8 of Swords. We got somebody here that's kind of restless mind, all right? So, you know, there's an energy, like I said, love, you know, somebody could have some fears, some triggers, you know, who doesn't? You know, that's what happens. You may push this person's buttons a little bit, but it does look like a little bit of frantic energy that's coming towards you. Somebody that can easily, you know, they have a lot on their mind. They might even tend to project onto you, or, you know, be nervous or worry about the worst case scenarios, right? Or this person could just be really stuck in their head all over the place. I got so many things I got to do. I don't know what to do. And so it is a little bit of a nervous energy, scattered energy that's coming towards you. but we'll fine tune it when I pull these 2 cards. All right, so your energy, we have the Fool card. All right, so you're ready to go. You're ready to get up and go. I'm ready for something new here. I really want to move forward. I want to experience something new in my life. I want to experience, something new in this relationship. I'm really ready. So you're giving off this nice energy, like, I'm so ready for this. I just want this fresh start. I want to break out, break free. And also you have this energy, Taurus, though, that says, I also want to break through from all the shit on my mind as well, too. So I really kind of want to, I need a break, or I need some freedom here, especially if your person's bringing in a lot of doubts, right? Or you have a lot of anxiety with your other person, right? It could be projecting onto you. They might not realize how much they're projecting their anxiety or their worry or their doubt. But I can see that you really do just want to move forward. You might be taking on this energy thinking you've done something wrong, and you could be picking up other people's energy. Actually, I was thinking about that when I was reading for another Taurus yesterday who's in the room. I'm thinking, maybe there is no block. Maybe there is that some of the things that you're picking up on are other people's energies around you, and you really do have to do some sort of breaking out, a cleanse, so that you can see things from another point of view. Your obstacle is the Hermit. Look at this. Go up and climb up a mountain. Get out of the norm. All right. So you have 2 major arcana on your side here. And I am seeing here that, this is a chance for this to go on this new adventure. This is a chance for you to try something new, do something new, connect, and see where things take you. So it's a beautiful energy, but it does feel very new. And so let's take a look at the energy coming through before I try to dive into that anymore. All right, your person, the High Priestess. All right. So your person is just not trusting themselves. Your person's not trusting, they're maybe overthinking or overseeing things, right? And they are worried about every little thing that they say or do, or what's happening. So I do see the Judgment card here, which is their obstacle. So this is what I'm seeing. Your person may be judging you wrong, judging the situation wrong. They might be taking things personal, or they might just feel some fear or anxiety. They might even feel like, Taurus, you're kind of distant. All right. So keep that in mind. Now I'm seeing this, right? That your person here has got their eyes on you, the High Priestess and the Judgment. Like, it looks like they really want to clear something up with you. They really want to make amends. Maybe I judged the situation wrong. Maybe you feel like you can't trust this person because they're kind of all over the place. And I just see a lot of misjudgment and projection, and you might be taking on, your person might be dealing with a lot of stress, maybe from work, maybe from other areas. Maybe they have a lot of anxiety and insecurities. Who knows? Maybe there was some triggering. You are giving off an energy here that you're kind of a Taurus. You're kind of a, I can go my own way at any time. I can follow my own path. I beat to my own drum, right? Follow the beat of my own drum, right? So this is this energy where sometimes this person might feel like you're slipping from them, or you're thinking about moving on, or you're thinking about leaving or going to another path, or being single, being solo. And so you are giving this energy off. And so it seems like there's a discrepancy here between the 2 of you when it comes. So what does this person really want with you? We do see the Judgment card. I am seeing, I just want to be real with you. I just want to be honest with you. I mean, I may have made some bad decisions in the past. I may have said some things. I may have done some things that I really am feeling, oh shit, maybe I am, they're reviewing, right? Maybe they are overthinking. And to me, it's like, this can be cleared up. All right, let's see what they want. I see the Hanged Man. All right, and what Spirit wants you to know, 2 of Pentacles. They don't want things sitting in limbo any longer. This person really wants a direction in this relationship, all right? They seem to be going back and forth, wavering back and forth. It's like a decision needs to be made here, because there's an energy of stuck. I'm stuck on you. We're stuck in a situation. We really need to move forward and see where things go. All right, so your person really wants to come to some sort of compromise. And you know, maybe ask for forgiveness. Maybe they want to talk about the past, talk about something that has happened between the two of you, talk it out and make a decision to move forward here. You know, let's learn from our experience and let's see where things go. All right. So it looks like you could be getting this new beginning you're looking for. And, you know, it looks like somebody really learned their lesson, Taurus. All right. So it's about whether or not we can trust and move forward again and find forgiveness. The Hanged Man is, you know, the Hanged Man is a sacrifice. You know, sometimes we got to go through some bullshit before we get to the next step. That's soulmate energy. All right. It's very much soulmate energy. Everybody thinks soulmate is the big dream team. You know what I mean? But soulmates show the worst in one another sometimes. And we've got to grow with one another, right? If we choose to. All right. So it's one of these energies based off of love or the beginning of a new love relationship, but you're kind of up against some of these negative energies that are finding their way in. And I do see there's so much potential in this relationship for it to move forward. All right. Let's see. All right. Your person may have lied or kept secrets from you, or, you know, the High Priestess and the Eight of Swords, they may have withheld information thinking, you know, they weren't being 100% real. You know, they may have been saying something, you know, to just say the right thing, but now they're regretting that they may have said the wrong thing. You know, it could be a million different things, but it looks like they judged a situation, and now they're judging themselves, all right, pretty harshly. You know, they blame themselves, or they're mad at themselves as well, too. Upset with themselves about something that was said or done. All right, let's see. Look at this, the South Node energy. So there's a very comfortable energy here between you and this person. You guys are familiar with one another, right? You know each other. You guys felt this bond and you connect. And you may have known each other from a long time ago, all right? But there is definitely some lessons being learned here in this connection. And it gives off this, your person is, you know, learning their lesson. They're reviewing their past. They're thinking, you know, what did I say? What did I do? Especially if you pulled your energy away from them, it's making them really want to change the dynamic here. All right, so it looks like a lesson is being learned, and you guys may have even shared a past together or past life together in this relationship. So you have Pisces showing up, you have Virgo showing up, you have Aries showing up, and I do get an air of Aquarius, Scorpio, and we have, again, Cancer energy. So let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, Aries through Pisces. Let's see their energy. Let's see if there's any action, any potential, and even see if they're coming towards you. Sometimes they're not. It's showing up that they're not coming towards you. All right, so let's see. Pay attention to synchronicities. And of course, I always like to look at potential, you know, where the potential lies right now with the energy they're showing up in. All right, let's see. You have a King of Cups. You have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio showing up, right? So it really is, you know, there's love here. There's a deeper connection, but you have somebody that maybe has a hard time. They repress their feelings. You know, they have a hard time expressing their feelings. They may have a funny way of saying or speaking their feelings or showing their feelings on the outside, right? And then they may have said something that hurt your feelings, or, you know, and maybe now they're really thinking, you know, they're really seeing it, right? So they're really doing this review. Aries, star card. Aries is like, come on, you're on my mind. I know we're going to pull through. We're going to get together. We're going to make this happen. There's some healing energy here with you and an Aries. All right, it seems like perfect timing for you guys to come together and work things out, or work it out so you get together. Taurus, you have the Temperance card, right? So you're dealing with somebody, you know, there's ups and downs, there's good days, there's bad days, you know, but it looks like you got somebody that is worth, you know, everything that you're going through right now. You guys are divine, you're being guided, and everything, you know, maybe you got to take, you know, go in your own corners, right? But I do see that you're moving in the right direction here, and this is you and another Taurus especially. You know, regaining balance of the situation. Things are showing up for a reason. You guys, things are off for a reason, you know, because we got to take a look at what's happening. Gemini, we see Ace of Pentacles, Gemini over here with an offer. Gemini saying, I'm really, you know, want to see where things go. Here's my number. All right, so good start with you and a Gemini. Cancer, all right, you wants to work on this, wants to make it happen, wants to talk it out. All right, you both are on the same frequency, same vibe. Leo, the Tower card, all right, you and Leo, a lot of, you know, uncertainty here. You and Leo, there's, you know, the good news is, let's start there. There's a foundation there that, so you could still salvage this, right? But you got to let the bullshit fall. You've got to let the tower fall, and deal with the consequences afterwards. You know, let's see through the fog. Let's keep our minds focused on that star. You know, there's a way through this, but we got to clear out the bullshit so we can move forward. So there could be a breakup. There could be something shocking happening. There could be a revelation. It could just be a spiritual revelation. You know, but it's happening because you guys need to move forward. You guys need to move. You need to move on from something. All right. So this could be an argument that needs to be had, right? But how can we argue and compromise without burning up the house, right? So this is the energy with the Leo. Virgo, we're seeing Justice card, all right? So fairness, wanting to make things right, right? Wanting to partner up, but wants to make sure everything is good. You know, let's make this happen, right? So you got some good energy here, a commitment coming in with the Virgo. And we have Libra, Two of Wands, right? So Libra's over here going back and forth. They're like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? What should I do? I'm definitely interested in my Taurus. And, you know, but, you know, maybe they have to close some door, you know, let go. They don't know which way to go. You know, so I do see some passion here with a Libra and potential here with a Libra. Scorpio, we see the Five of Wands, very competitive energy between you and a Scorpio, right? There could be some tests, some power struggles between you and a Scorpio, but it looks like if there's anybody that's going to get through it, the two of you could really make it happen. Remember, you guys are opposites, and, you know, there's so much potential to make it work, but if you can't work together, you guys can be so different, and there could be a power struggle, right? But this is very active energy, so it looks like you guys could either be trying to fight through something together, make it happen, or you could be fighting about something, all right? But they're not giving up. Scorpio not giving up. They don't give up that easy. Neither do you. Sagittarius, Nine of Pentacles, all right? So Sag has got a good energy here. I'm single. I'm available. You know, I really want to ground something in. I'm invested. So you may get an offer from a Sag. Capricorn, Judgment. So it looks like a Capricorn is revisiting, you know, reviewing what's happened, you know, kind of taking a step back, looking at what's happening. They might even be being hard on themselves, right? So, you know, be easy. They might be being hard on themselves with that Judgment, but they may be asking for forgiveness and wanting a fresh start. Aquarius, Knight of Wands. Aquarius is like, I'm very sexually drawn to you. I'm into you. There's a lot of love, lust here, not love, lust, right? But there is potential. You had that Ace of Cups in your read for this to go somewhere. But Sag is like, you know, I just want to kind of have fun. Let's lighten things up. Wait a minute, did I mess up? That Aquarius, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, that was Aquarius. Aquarius is this. I just want to have some fun. And Pisces, Ace of Wands. Pisces has you on their mind. Pisces ready to spark up communication and make it happen. All right. So very strong sexual energy here with you in a Pisces. Yeah, that was Aquarius. The Knight of Wands was Aquarius. All right. Let's see. Gemini. All right, guys, come on in. Make sure you tell me your sign. Say hi. Don't forget to say happy birthday to Leo. Keep the chat rolling. I love it. I read it. And let's move on. 40. All right. Gemini. All right, Gemini. Who's coming towards you right now in their energy? Show me who's coming towards you and their energy. Gemini. Who's coming towards you? All right. Oh, Gemini. What's going on, Gemini? You got the devil. You had the tower yesterday in your individual reading. What's up? You got strong attachment to somebody or something, or you got some energy around you. Two of Pentacles. You're being pulled in two different directions. Should I? Shouldn't I? You know, I know better, or you're letting your fears get the best of you. One minute you are like, you know, this is what I want. And then the next minute, you know, and this could be a person too, because this is overall underneath energy. So there could be some, you know, worry, doubt, fears, shadow shit that's coming up here, right? And you know, the devil shows up in your reading just to say, hey, you got to take a look here because your energy is going too much in the wrong direction. All right. Or it's hyper focused on something and you're ignoring other things going on, and it's really taking away your energy from something good. All right. So something's out of balance here, especially with the Two of Pentacles underneath that. All right. It's like something's got control of you, and you know, it's there's nothing wrong with what it is that's on your mind. It's just that it's consuming you or the other person, right? And it's affecting the balance of the situation. So this is a chance to kind of find that middle ground here, right? So the energy, I mean, so who's coming towards you? We got a Page of Wands. You know, is this somebody that is a very sexual connection? You never know when they're coming or going. One minute, you know, it's like, where are they? The next minute, it's like you're in bed together. You know, it's like, how'd this happen? Or where, you know, you got a very fun energy, very fun, flirty energy. Very sexual connection, very lustful connection. You know, the devil is there. So it doesn't mean that if there's no potential here, like I said, but there is an energy of hyper, you know, sexual energy, or is it just sex, you know? So let's see your energy, and we see the Six of Wands, and your obstacle is the Four of Pentacles. You know, you're ready to step out in a relationship. You're ready for, you know, building something here. And the Four of Pentacles is like, you know, you've come this far with somebody, you got to lay down the groundwork. The ball's in your court here. All right. Six of Wands. All right. You have more say in this situation than you realize. You have more pull than you realize. All right. This person likes your attention. They're always coming around. All right. There's ego getting in the play here, getting in the way. Maybe you feel it hurts your feelings. And you may feel like you're protecting yourself or needing to protect yourself, right? There's an era of possessiveness and jealousy that's showing up too here with this energy, and that could be your obstacle. You know, this person triggers that in you, all right? Very much, you're very attracted. You're very much, you know, this person looks good. You know, I like being with this person. I want this person, you know? And then because they're kind of flighty or, you know, going in their own direction sometimes, or you're just not sure of the stability of this relationship, you're not feeling emotionally stable enough, right? It triggers your jealousy maybe, and it may make you cling on to these fears that you're having. So what I'm pulling through might be the imbalance here, and Spirit saying, you need to come back to the Six of Wands, Gemini, and realize how potent and how magnetic your energy is, and that this is a win in your court. Call it to you, all right? Confidence is key here, all right? You have more say. And the Four of Pentacles is like, you've come so far, you don't want to go backwards now, but we got to make some tweaks, right? So we do have a fire sign showing up. I'm going to roll the dice. This could be an Aries energy, but also could be Sag. It's fire, very fiery person coming your way. Very fun, very creative, very playful. You know, it's really, I love this energy. Everybody loves the page. You're going to have a good time with the page and the knights, right? You know, it's just getting the party started. It's just started. I have Gemini, Aquarius, and Cancer and Aries energy when I roll the dice. I have the number 10 and the number 11 for synchronicities. All right, so 10 is the number, you know, of completion, new beginning energy, and 11 is soulmate energy. All right, so there is potential there too. But remember, sometimes soulmates could really, you know, and twins, you guys can really bring a number. You guys can really do a number on each other. All right, so let's see your person now. We're going to fine tune it over here. All right, I have the Knight of Wands. So maybe they're going to step their game up. I said the Knight and the Page of Wands, right? So what's their obstacle or challenge? The Moon card. All right, this person, you know, you may trigger this person too. You may show this person, you know, their potential. You may call this person out their potential. All right, and this person here, the Moon card, it's like this person all over the place emotionally. It's like, I don't know where things are going. You know, it's kind of like, you know, things are up in the air with this person. And they're, you know, again, this can be very unstable for you and very confusing for you because this person is all over the place. Very passionate energy, but there is a limited stability here just yet. You've got somebody here that's ambitious, somebody that's focusing on their own growth, focusing on their life, their business, their agenda, whatever it is that they're doing. You know, it does not mean they're not into you. It's just they're not exactly where, you know, they're not giving you the stability that you're looking for right now. Because again, you're ready to change the status of your relationship. You're ready to, you know, change all your social media and say getting married or, you know, whatever. But, you know, your person here is still a page in the night, and they're more in this, you know, fun, flirty, lusty energy. And the Moon card is telling me nothing is set in stone with this person, but they do confuse you, and it's up in the air a lot. And it feels like, you know, sometimes you may get jealous because they trigger you. They mirror back to you some of your worst fears. That's what the Moon does. It says, hey, this is coming up for you. Why is this coming up? Don't let this take your power away. You need to pay attention to your triggers that are coming up, because this person can really trigger you. What do they want with this connection? I see the Six of Pentacles. All right, so it does seem like they're really interested in you. They care about you, and they want to bring some sort of, you know, what do you need? You know, I want to bring some sort of stability to you. I really want to be there for you. I really want to make this work. But you may have different goals right now, right, when it comes to your attitudes or your energies. It does look like this person may step up their game for you a little bit. All right, pages are very triggering, but it looks like a Knight is showing up here. All right, so there could be some sense of, I still don't know where this is going. Things still feel a little unstable. You know, this person may make you focus on all the little teeny, you know, worst case scenarios, right? Because you can't see everything clearly. But it does look like they're going to take the next step up and make plans or renegotiate this relationship to make you feel a little bit more confident or stable. But Spirit is saying, anyways, the ball's in your court, and it's up to you just to, you know, these triggers that are coming up for you, you know, are for you. When you focus or face those, this will balance itself out. This person's got you going nuts, and you need to grab onto your reins because you've got control of the situation. You're the one that could really rein this one in. But for some reason, this person's got you, the devil is showing, all right? Got you all kinds of crazy. All right, so what does Spirit want you to know? The Hanged Man. It's about changing the way you're looking at things right now. All right, the Hanged Man, you know, there's change, you know, there is something happening. There's the old situation, what might be coming up for you, the old ways of thinking are not working for this situation. You may be holding on to something so tight because this relationship is not showing up as your norm, right? It's not what you're used to in the past, right? So it's really testing you. But the Hanged Man is saying you just got to let go a little bit and see what happens, see where it takes you. And that's what I've got for you. So let's see what's influenced in this relationship. What's this connection all about? Is this, you know, for growth? Is this for lessons? Is this the gift? Is this the soulmate? What's going on? You have Pisces energy, very strong, and this could even be a Cancer energy. And you got all the signs that I called already, but it can be anybody that can carry these qualities. I have water element. Trust your feelings, all right? You know, but also I do want to say that you may be really in your feelings and getting triggered. So you may be overly sensitive, especially with that devil showing up, right? So there are some changes happening, and I do see go with the flow. You might be more in your feelings and not using logic about this connection. That's really more clear what I think this card's saying. What I see here is you could be letting your feelings get the best of you. And the Moon card, you really might be seeing these little details and making things bigger than they need to be. And when we blow things up in the manifesting world, right, we manifest what we're blowing up. So if you're blowing up your fears, you're going to manifest that in the situation. It's going to reflect back to you. This person is going to reflect back whatever you think is true. All right. So take that for a second and go deep with that, right? I do see also potential for growth here at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. Thank you for shouting out my website. I just revamped it. I'm so excited about it. It's not finished completely, but I changed everything around all on my own. So proud. I did the last one on my own too, but Aries through Pisces. You got the Justice card, all right? So soul contract here. There's lessons, and there's also let's find a way to compromise here. Let's find a way to make it fair, right? We want to make it fair, not fear, fair. We want to make it fair with one another. There we go. Aries, Ace of Swords, all right? So clarity coming in. Aries is like, look, I'm thinking about what you said, thinking about what's on my mind. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to express it to you. Let's see where this goes. So there could be an apology of some sort, or just noting something, saying, I read, I got it, I got the memo, and let's talk, right? Taurus, the Hierophant, right? So Taurus is like, you know, I value you, right? This is strong energy. Taurus is like, you know, maybe we can step things up a notch, right? It's a very spiritual connection between you and a Taurus. So it looks like you could be leveling up. Gemini, 4 swords, right? So Gemini, this could be overwhelming energy. This is saying take a step back, give yourself a little bit of a break. You might be overreacting to a situation. You might read into something. This is my chill card, you know, when I pull it for myself too. nobody's poking on you, Gemini. Nobody's poking on you. All right. We all get these energies, right? But you might be overthinking a situation, and the Four of Swords, you might need a chance to just be silent with yourself, kind of hang out with yourself for a minute and remember who you are, right? And so there could be some space between you and another Gemini, just trying to regroup, right? So there is a reconciliation coming in the future. We have Cancer, King of Wands. Cancer's like, yeah, I've got so much love for you. You know, I'm really into you. I care about you. I see a future with you. Cancer's, you know, got a lot of love right now. They got a lot of Leo energy, so it could be a cusper energy, all right? But they feel like you guys got a bond, and they're very loyal to you, and it looks like they could be stepping up and taking action towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was Cancer. Cancer, Leo. I said Leo, cusper, so I got confused for a sec. But we have Leo, 2 of Cups. So it looks like Leo wants to have a conversation. Leo's like, you're my kind. All right. We may, you know, have different, you know, be a little bit different here sometimes. We both might, you know, be very spunky, feisty. But I like that about you. All right. So let's have a conversation. There could be a relationship taking the next step here, or reconciliation with you and a Leo. Virgo, all right, so there is movement with a Virgo. Things are kind of still open, you know, but you both are still serious about each other, maybe connecting, reconnecting, and wanting to see where things go. So they're more invested in this than you know. It's hard for them if they are trying to move on, or they are at a distance, or you guys are just trying to get things started. They really are more invested than you might think, and it looks like you're getting closer to maybe meeting up or hanging out or reconciling. Libra, Queen of Swords. All right, so I keep forgetting to say this to you guys when I get to Libra. Libra, Mars is in Libra right now. It just went through Virgo, and it was hard for me to sleep. It was very frustrating. It can bring, you know, tempers. It can, you know, you really just want, it's you against the world, right? But you got to be careful, because sometimes you might fight, you know, to speak your truth, but you might cause a blowout. Or, you know, you might compromise, and you don't want to do that. Gemini, well, I'm talking about Libra. And so this can affect you as well. So your Libra might be dealing with some struggles or some tension, all right? But they are showing up as the Queen of Swords. So they could be calling you to work something out, talk about something. But remember, there could be some easily triggering between you and a Libra when it comes to communication. Scorpio, the death card. So it looks like things are not going anywhere. Something's ending, something's over with a Scorpio. It's time for growth. Sometimes things have run its course. You know, it's like, you know, maybe something bigger, better will come out of it later on. But it looks like Scorpio is just like, all right, time to move. Time for us to move on past something. Sagittarius, the moon card. So Sag is the moon. Sag in that Knight of Wands. That's synchronicity for you. So it's very strong with you and a Sag. It feels like they trigger you. Their playfulness, they're all over the place. They need their freedom, you know, a little bit more than you do. And it seems like they might trigger you. But things are still changing here. They do have, they're emotionally invested in you, but there's also this energy of, I just don't know where things are going just yet. So it's still uncertain. Capricorn, the High Priestess. Capricorn kind of hanging back, staying silent. All right, they're observing you, maybe keeping tabs on what you're up to. Maybe there's trust issues between the two of you, but they are kind of hanging back, keeping silent. Aquarius, ready to take things on, ready for some growth. All right, Aquarius is invested in you. It seems like your relationship is starting to flourish, or may start to flourish here in the near future. Pisces, the Lovers cards. It looks like you and Pisces are in this soulmate energy relationship. You may trigger each other at times, but you definitely have a deep bond, one worth exploring. They may be feeling that right now, and sometimes they may need their space, but, you know, but for the most part, it looks like love's going to bring you together. All right, Gemini. All right. Cancer time. All right, Cancer. Do I want to do 60? All right, Cancer. All right, here we go for my crabs. Hello. Hello, April, Michelle, Valerie. Everybody that's coming in, thank you for bringing your energy. All right, Cancer. Who's coming towards my Cancers? Who is coming towards my Cancer? Who specifically is coming towards my Cancers? All right, you got the Ace of Cups at the bottom. All right, so we are seeing this energy of love. All right, something starting, something feeling good. All right, and it's mutual. All right, with this energy. We have the High Priestess. All right, so we are seeing somebody kind of keeping their feelings held back a little bit. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you, you know, just kind of trusting, right? You're just trying to trust, you know, taking care of yourself. And, you know, maybe you are withdrawn a little bit, filling your own cup, you know, doing a little self-love, self-care. So we are seeing a new beginning energy here. Your person, 8 of Cups. So this could be somebody that has walked away, or somebody that you have separated from, or somebody you feel is a runner. All right. It just feels like this person, you know, goes their own way. Maybe they need a little bit of time to themselves. We have 8 of Cups. It looks like somebody's been doing some reflection. Somebody's been doing some healing, evolving, traveling maybe. Your person might be going on a trip or has been gone for a while, you know, and it's been keeping you kind of, you know, held back here. You know, you've been feeling like there's distance, or there's been too much silence between the two of you. But it looks like you both are kind of keeping tabs on one another with that High Priestess energy. So no matter what kind of relationship you're dealing with right now, it feels like, it may seem like I'm away or distant, but I'm not distant at all. I'm still connected to you. All right. So let's see your energy, your obstacle, and theirs. Your energy is the Devil. I mean, and the 4 of Pentacles. There's some, ooh, Cancer. All right. This person is triggering you because it may feel like it's been too long. You want it to come back around. Remember, we got the Ace of Cups here underneath, right? It shows somebody needed some time, needed some space away. All right, I'm seeing jealousy or possessiveness here too, right? Or holding on, not wanting to let go because you need emotional security. But if you're dealing with the runner, or you've been constantly dealing with somebody that keeps leaving every time things get tough, or if you're dealing with somebody that travels a lot, or somebody that is, you know, lives a different lifestyle than you, that's going to trigger you so much, because you need emotional stability. You need to feel like the relationship is grounded, right? And that is the obstacle, is you can't seem to get that security that you want from this person right now. All right, so let's see we're going to look at them and see what kind of energy they're in, and what they may be, if they're coming towards you. I see the Page of Pentacles, and I see the 6 of Cups. I can't stay away from you, Cancer, for too long. We have a lot of good energy, good memories. All right. I've been wanting to reach out to you, the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups. I needed some time to think. I needed some time to figure out. I may be working a lot, working on myself, working on a new job. Maybe they moved, right? But it's like, what pulls this person towards you is, you know, the love you guys share for one another. This is a soulmate energy too. You know, it feels like we really are fond of one another. We really feel connected. But you may be letting your fears or your feelings really really get the best of you right now. We are still in Cancer moon right now as I'm doing this reading, right? You know, and so the thing is that you can't let go of this person, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not picking up that vibe from this. It's just that it really triggers you when you're not in contact with this person, or this person needs space, or walks away, or has to go somewhere, or is avoiding you. All right. And it's like, I just feel like this person is saying we needed to go our own ways. You know, things weren't, maybe for some of you weren't, they weren't sure where things were going. All right. But now the Page of Pentacles is speaking a different story. It's saying, you know, I want to get something started with you, but I want to take it slow, or I want to say what's up. I want to just check in with you. I want to talk to you. I want to connect with you. All right. So, you know, where this goes, the Ace of Cups, who knows? It's a beginning. This is an energy that says there's something still here that sparks between us. I don't know, but we've got to really figure things out. And, you know, maybe your person's going to say to you, you know, we can try and make this work. All right. But the thing is what's coming from you is you might need more than this from this person. You know, you need more stability. And this person looks as though they're saying in this reading, I want to make it work. I want to make it work. I care about you, but will they be able to give you what you exactly need, you know, from this relationship? If you're dealing with the runner, you know, it could take time. And some of you, love's worth it sometimes, you know, when you're dealing with somebody, you know, as long as there's love there and you really feel like, you know, there's something here worth salvaging. But if this is your sanity, right, there's a, you know, if there's something different. What does this person want? I see the Eight of Pentacles. The eights are coming through for you. Let me roll the dice before I go any further, because I forgot to roll the dice. I'm seeing 9 and 10. So you have 8, 9, and 10. You're completing a cycle and getting ready to start a new cycle with somebody. Now I have Sag, I have Virgo, and I have Leo energy here that's showing up in your reading. And so this could be where things start to, you know, there was a misunderstanding. Let's rebuild. All right, let's make this work. There's a new opportunity coming in for you guys to go down a different path, to make some new memories together. All right. What they want from this connection is the Eight of Pentacles. It's like, I do want to bring more stability to this connection. I want to work on things. You know, I've been doing some healing. So it does feel as though somebody's been doing some soul searching. Somebody's been kind of on their own, trying to figure out what they really need in life, you know, what they really want in life. And I just needed this time apart, maybe. So you may be finally what it feels like, a person here who you're very connected to, right? You felt a real strong bond with this person, is coming around saying, I think I figured out what I really need, or what we really need for this relationship to work. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know? The Wheel card. All right. The wheel has been turning. Somebody's learning their lessons. All right. There's a situation coming back around. Something has changed in this relationship. All right. There's a new pathway opening up. And it's saying this is a very karmic relationship. Yes, I believe all relationships are karmic. All right, some more, you know, bigger than others. You know, some we're just meant to learn some lessons, let it go. Some are meant to really, really help us evolve. And this is showing me the Wheel card. It's like something's coming back around for us to redo something, for us to make something work. Now, we do see the Devil and the karma. So what this is telling me, Cancer, take it or leave it. Don't get triggered. It's telling me that you may have had some lessons you have to learn in this relationship. This person showed up for a reason, and it's really triggered you hardcore. When this person comes back in, it's not going to solve this problem for you. Whatever this person brought up for you is your work, what you've got to do, right? Otherwise, the situation with this Wheel card is going to spin around in another cycle. If you have a hard time trusting, or afraid to let down your guards, or, you know, you're possessive because you're afraid this person is going to leave again, these things are going to manifest in this relationship again. That is going to, you know, maybe from the way I believe is that we manifest our own fears, right? And we're the ones that are actually learning some sort of lesson here. Now, you can flip it. you can do whatever you want with it, but that is the lesson that's coming through here is on this side. That there's a karmic lesson in this one, a karmic lesson in this relationship. Our persons, our soulmates reflect back to us, you know, the things we need to work on to grow, right? Let's see what's affecting. So this will give me a little bit more insight into the gift of this relationship, the karma in this relationship, or the lesson. All right. Stubborn energy. And I have trine. All right. So we got fixed energy, very fixed control and energy, strong-willed. All right. So there is some ego battles here in this relationship that keeps you guys stuck. This relationship is going to require, you know, patience, obviously. All right. But it seems to be with this Four of Pentacles, this inflexibility, afraid to let go of something, holding on tight, a tight grip. All right. But what the trine energy is telling me is that with ease, this relationship will really flow nicely. Letting go and surrendering a little bit. This trine energy, it looks as though this relationship could really find a nice balance. And it's testing you. It's testing the staying power. Now, this could have been an ongoing situation that's been going on for a long time. And this relationship definitely was meant to teach you, you know, the staying power of a relationship, getting through, grinding the problems, the lessons that come, right? And how strong, and it's testing how strong of a connection this is, how much you hold on and what you're willing to go through to get this relationship back in alignment. All right, so very strong soulmate karmic energy here. All right, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's worth the fight. Let's see Aries through Pisces. Very sincere energy with the Page of Pentacles coming in. It's like, let's just kind of test the waters and see where things are going. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. See if there's any synchronicities. We'll see the energies of the person that's on your mind. Thank you. You got the Knight of Cups. So following one's heart, all right, and the Four of Cups here, right? So it's like your hearts are leading you. Neither of you seem very happy at a distance from one another. All right. It may not have happened or be happening the way you want it to or when you want it to, but it's happening. But the signs are going to speak differently. It's going to tell me where exactly it's at. Aries, Page of Swords. Aries wanting to talk it out, wanting to connect with you. Expect messages from an Aries. Taurus, the Four of Wands. You and Taurus, all right, finally getting to this point where we know where we're going. All right, we definitely are on the same team. Right, we're making it happen. So a reunion here with Taurus. Gemini is your Ace of Cups. All right, so Gemini here has this love, wants to open up, wants to see where things go. So you could have an offer coming in with a Gemini. Cancer, you have a Two of Wands, all right? So the anticipation, right? Maybe some of you going, should I, could I, what do I do? Do I reach out? Do I connect? What do I do? You know what I mean? And, you know, this card is making the right choice, right? You got to follow your inspiration. You got to do you, right? My cards, I'm a reader. I'm just triggering thoughts in your head for you to kind of, you know, figure out what you need to do. and if it feels right to you, right? And the Two of Wands is showing so much potential, but we've got to choose the right path. We don't want to go down the same path we were going down before, because that's just going to lead to the same dead end. There's an opportunity for you to go the distance, to go a different route with this, with another Cancer especially. All right, so let's see Leo. We see the Six of Cups with you and a Leo. Right, so it could be the reconciliation that you've been waiting for with a Leo or a soulmate, you know, finally, you know, even if you guys are together already, right? This is us, you know, finally on the same page, and we're making it happen, right? We're making some memories. Virgo, the Strength card. So you and Virgo, all right, there's this bond, you're building, you're growing. You guys have what it takes to make it work. There's something about this connection. You guys just know how to work with one another. And it seems like you could be healing a connection, or really just, you know, building it, just building upon it, right? So good energy with a Virgo coming in. Right, Libra, 10 of Wands, there could be, you know, some heaviness here with a Libra. You know, it might feel like things are just getting too much stress. You know, do we let something go? Do we let this go? This energy of your Libra is feeling overwhelmed. Your Libra feeling, remember Mars is in Libra too, so it's like they could be feeling like I just can't handle any more pressure. But there's a breaking point here. So with some of you, you and your Libra, there could be finally reaching a breaking point, and let's talk things out and figure out which direction we're going in. Scorpio, the Moon card. Things are still kind of up in the air, a little uncertain with the Scorpio. Nothing's set in stone though, right? Obviously the Moon energy is your energy. They have feelings for you, care about you, but you guys may mirror each other, and you guys may trigger one another. So things are still kind of changing between you and a Scorpio. It's uncertain. Sagittarius, we see the Four of Pentacles. All right, so there's that Four of Pentacles that was coming through in your reading. There is a grasping, a holding on, but it's from both of you. It seems like, you know, you guys are both kind of holding on to each other, very possessive of this connection. And you guys have come so far. Neither of you are willing to let go of this connection just yet. So you are building something here, but this might require too to let go a little bit, let it breathe. This relationship is still forming. Capricorn, the Temperance card, you and Cap kind of going back and forth a little bit here. Maybe you're taking some space, or maybe you just met. This is saying things are going right according to plan. You're being divinely guided. All right, so, you know, just go with the flow here. Honestly, that's my card. Go with the flow. All right, see where it takes you. Aquarius, not going anywhere. The Death card, it seems like it's finally run its course. Something needed to end. It needs to change before any growth can happen. Pisces, Queen of Cups. So Pisces got you on their mind, very loving energy. Looks like you and Pisces both feeling each other and feeling this connection, right? All right, let's see Leo. Happy birthday. I keep forgetting to say happy birthday to Leo. If you want to win a personal reading, 1/18/18 for Leo. Leo, we're reaching the end of your season, and it was a great one for me. I loved this season. It's always one of my, you know, kind of, for me, one of my best seasons. And then Virgo season comes in, and that's getting shit going, right? You know, I love it. So Leo. You are welcome. You're welcome, Bina. Thank you. Let's see, Leo, happy birthday. Thank you for taking us through this season, bringing your love and your heart to the collective. Let's see. Hopefully you guys had an amazing season. And let's see how we're wrapping things up with who's coming towards you. Just see the energy of who's coming towards you. This is by far, Leo Virgo season by far. The eclipses always come in during my season, so big blow to that. I like these two seasons. And I like Taurus season, Aries and Taurus season. Those are my seasons. Even though I'm a Scorpio, Scorpio season blows. Beautiful weather, New England weather, changing of leaves. But those eclipses always seem to... All right, who's coming towards you? Page of Wands. All right. So whatever you're doing right now, expect to be doing something different real soon. All right. We got some fun, loving energy coming your way. Somebody coming in to make you smile. All right. The Moon card. You know, maybe for some of you, this is a late birthday present. Maybe you don't even know who this person is just yet, right? It's unknown, right? Uncertain. What's going on here? What's going on? And somebody shows up for you and says, here I am, right? You ready to go for a road trip? Your person, we got the Eight of Swords, Leo. So you're doing a number on their mind, right? They've got some, you know, anxiety around this, some fears around you. So I'll take a look at them in a minute. All right, so let me roll the die. All right, you got the number 8 and the number 4. Somebody else just had this. I think it was Taurus had 8 and 4. All right, you have Taurus, Leo, Virgo energy, and you even have Pisces energy there. All right, so this could be who, you know, for synchronicities, this could be confirmation. All right, so let's see your energy. We have the Knight of Wands, right? So you're like, all right, let's go. There might be a little bit of an age difference between you and this person. That's okay. It's, you know, fun. You guys got some chemistry. So there's definitely a lot of fire. This person may look up to you or may follow your lead, all right? There's something about you that gets this person all fired up. All right, they are attracted to you. It seems like, you know, the ball's in your court here, Leo. So I don't know what's going on in your life, but it looks like, you know, you've got somebody riding your tail. You got a page riding your tail, right? Let's see. Somebody could have pig for the year, Chinese year, rooster or a pig. All right, a Leo rooster or a Leo pig. Look at this. 8 of Wands, your obstacle. Maybe you got to slow down a little bit. All right, slow your roll. All right, somebody want to keep up with you, but you might be causing them a lot of stress. You might be triggering them, right? Or, you know, they're wondering if they're even good enough for you. They can't keep up with you. 8 of Wands, right? Your obstacle. You know, sometimes you're very ambitious, right? You have the Knight of Wands. You're very ambitious, which means that you might not see what you're knocking over to get to what you want, right? You might not realize what you're saying or what you're doing or how you're affecting the people around you. When you get fully inspired and you have this energy, there's so much heat coming from the Knight of Wands and the 8 of Wands. This can be the sense of urgency, right? You got to get shit. You got to make shit, right? You may overreact when you have this energy too. So I always tend to look at both cases here, both sides of things. You can get shit done with this energy. Very, very proactive, very much follow your intuition, on point. All right. You want to go with Leo when they're in this mode, but at the same time, you might, you know, run into a cycler on the street trying to go get a coffee because you have no time because you got to get somewhere else before you go. Right. So you could get into an accident with these kind of energies, right? You won't get hurt, but everybody else around you will. All right. So, I mean, you're on a mission. All right. But your person here, Page and the 8 of Swords, they might be pulling their hair out because you might be, they just might not be able to keep up with your energy. They want to, they love it, they're attracted to it. All right, 111. Right. So let's see your person, Knight of Swords, and we have the 3 of Swords. All right, so you got very defensive energy here coming from your person. They may feel attacked or they disappoint you. All right, so we are seeing this air and fire. Air and fire can work well together, but you got to be mindful, all right? Because air and fire can combust. It's a lot of fast energy, a lot of fast mental work, and a lot of fast, like, I'm just following my passion, intuition. All right, I don't give a shit. I know I'm right? And so they're showing up here with the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Maybe there was, something that happened, something that was said between the two of you, and now they're regretting it. Now they have these fears or doubts that they're good enough for you, or they can fix things, or if you're even, if they can keep up with you. Because it looks like there could have been something that happened. The Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, eights are your numbers. Three of Swords is saying, we went flying. We were just saying whatever. Your person felt like they were under attack, right? Or they were very defensive, very guarded. Maybe you didn't realize it. Maybe you're like, that wasn't my intention. It's not your intention. You got a big heart. It's not your intention. But your energy with your person's energy, it looks like they take things personal, or they took something personal, and something you did, said, or the way you reacted to a situation, or something that may have even happened in the past between the two of you. This person is very much on guard. Very much on guard. And it feels like they don't know what to do to not disappoint you or to not make things right. But it doesn't look like, if there's a separation, it doesn't look like they're very happy about it. They don't want this. All right. They definitely don't want this. Now, you guys may have had a breakup or a falling out, or you guys may have had an argument and now you're not talking. And it's because things went too fast. With this kind of energy, you can lose your shit really fast. And so can your person. Your person can be the runner. This energy here can be the runner. It can be like, holy shit, Leo's losing their shit, and this person gets defensive, and this person is like, just breaks out, right? Or does something that disappoints you out of fear, runs out of fear. Right? And there's a lack of trust here, not knowing how you're going to respond to something. Now, it can go vice versa. Both you guys have some pretty fast, overreactive energy here. So there's two fingerprints on the gun here. So, you know what I mean? But it's very much explosive. Now, on the flip side of that, with mindfulness of how you guys are talking to each other or how you're reacting to one another, this could be a very passionate, very, very passionate, exciting relationship that could really, really turn things around. Lots of bubbles, right? Lots of bubbles, sparkly bubbles. What does this person want with you right now? We see the Nine of Wands, all right? It's like, we got to slow down here. We got to rethink things, all right? This keeps happening, all right? I don't want to give up on this connection, all right? I don't want to give up on this. I want to fight for this, all right? So there's a very strong fighter, warrior. I want you. I want this, Leo. This person, you got an energy that's addicting. You got an energy that when you're like really passionate, you can really light up a room, light people up, right? And guide people. But when things get too hot and heavy, it can be fierce and, overpowering. That strength card, you lose your shit, it can become overpowering. And then there's damage control. And your person here, Nine of Wands, it's like, I just want to make things work, right? I want to get past this. I want to make things work. I want to take a step back, and slow things down or recover from whatever has happened between the two of us, because it looks like the Eight of Swords, your person over here pulling their hair out, like, this Three of Swords, if we're separated, disappointed in one another, or there's a separation happening, this is not where I saw things going. This is not what this person wanted or where they saw things going with you. All right. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know. King of Wands, Leo, King of Wands. You showing up in your reading here, right? Full-blown King of Wands. Ball's in your court. You've got the power, right? This here, this is where you make the rules. This is where you open up your heart. This is where you step up. Sometimes you got to step up and just take a look at maybe how you reacted in a situation. And this is where, you know, reevaluate a situation here. You've got a lot of power in this reading, a lot of love in this reading. And it looks like you really could change the course of this relationship just by slowing down a bit and looking at what's happened. All right. Your reading, you could be dealing with another fire sign, which is why things could have really exploded between you and somebody. Two fire really can take over the world, but you can also can burn down the world. And it seems like there's a lot of potential here. Somebody's got a lot of love for you and sees a future with you. So let's see what else is going on with this relationship. All right, so what's this astrological influence? All right, so let's see what Spirit wants you to know. What's this connection about? All right, 7th house, marriage. So either this is your marriage partner, and this is definitely worth salvaging. It looks like you and your partner could be, you know, opposites too. There's true love here, but you can also, you know, fight each other like you're your enemies, right? Soulmates can really tear each other up. All right, so it seems like this could be true love, and it's talking about equality. It's talking about justice. It's talking about building your friendship together. All right, and it's taking it a step back, but there's potential. You may have been married in a past life, and that's why you guys are testing each other so much. But there is a lot of defensiveness happening here, all right, between you and another person. And you know, you guys have a contract. You have a soul contract. All right. Look at the blood moon. You have shadow work, emotional cleansing and reset, spiritual growth. All right. So you guys can either just self-destruct each other. I mean, destruct this relationship, or you can blow it up into something beautiful. Let's see Aries through Pisces. Where's my husband? You know, that'd be a hell of a household. 2 fire, or fire and air. You guys could get each other, you know, you guys could get each other reactive in like a split second, right? You need an earth in there. You need to get an earth sign in there, a water sign, to kind of cool things off a bit. It's like blow it up, blow up the outside world. Chris Cornell. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. So let's see the energy they're coming towards you in, if they're coming towards you, and anything else Spirit has for you. All right, look at the Queen of Wands. There you are again, on fire. All right, you got this. You can make this shit happen. All right, bring Queen of Wands. Open up your heart. Let's see, Aries, the World card. All right, Aries is like, we need to, you know, find closure here, and we need to move forward. So it seems like you and an Aries could potentially be starting a new chapter together, right? I do see movement and big movement here with that World card. Taurus, Ace of Wands, all right? We got to bring the fire back, all right? We got to spark things up, but we got to be cautious here, all right? Taurus is like 1 wand at a time here. I don't need 8 wands. I need 1 wand. I need some potential. We need to, you know, start this fire slowly, right? But we see a lot of potential here between you and Taurus, right? The fire, though, the passion, right? You and Taurus can be stubborn, right? Heating things up, right? But there's very strong sexual energy. Gemini, you know, kind of pushing you away here. It looks like Gemini is, you know, either not interested right now, in a bad spot in their life, not, you know, not really feeling the relationship, feels like maybe it's unhealthy, or, you know, or they're dealing with some stuff in their life and they can't see the love you're giving, right? It can be any of that. But they are showing up in an energy of not moving, right? Kind of stuck in their ways, keeping themselves in their own little world. Cancer, 4 of Wands. Cancer is like, you know, Leo, if you got a Cancer loving on you, Leo, they're not going anywhere, right? You know, that's just it. Your Cancer is like, I want marriage. I want you. I see you. All right. Leo, the Hierophant, spiritual lessons, right? But marriage, you got strong marriage energy coming through for your reading. So a lot of this reading I just did could be for those of you that are either in a marriage or feel, you know, this is your partner that you're connecting to. And it could be your marriage partner, but it's very strong. Whatever you call marriage too. But we are seeing leveling up, Leo. This is a time to level up in your relationships, a time to take the next step, time to learn something from the past, time to, you know, close a chapter and let's move forward. Let's level up, right? You and another Leo. Virgo, 2 of Wands. Virgo over here going, we got this party already started. All right. I'm thinking about reaching out to you. All right. I want to see where things go. You might be planning to meet each other, meet up, second date, maybe for some of you, or just going down a new road. Let's see where this takes us. Libra, Knight of Wands. So Libra's showing up as real fiery and feisty. So Libra could be, you know, very much into you, following you, would do anything for you. All right. And there's very much passion there. But if it's, you know, things get too heated sometimes too, it's air energy. There could be some explosion here, explosion. Scorpio, Ace of Swords. Scorpio thinking about you, thinking about talking to you, wanting to connect with you, wanting to see where things go. So you have communication with Scorpio. Sagittarius, Queen of Pentacles. Sag is like, you know what? We need some earth here. We need to call up a Taurus friend. All right, we got too much fire going on. All right, Sag is like, though, I really want to invest in this. I want to talk to you. I want to bring some more stability to this relationship. All right, so good energy with a Sag. Capricorn, the moon card, things are kind of up in the air with a Capricorn. You know, I've got feelings for you, but there's triggers there. There's uncertainty. Things are changing. So it's too soon right now. Things are still changing between you and a Capricorn. Aquarius, 3 of Swords. All right, so Aquarius might be feeling disappointed or feeling unhappy about the separation, but I do feel like you and an Aquarius could potentially be kind of keeping space right now still. Pisces, 2 of Swords. Pisces on the fence. Pisces not sure which way to go. They feel like you guys don't see eye to eye, or there's just something that's causing this confusion between the two of you. And we have to figure it out because I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose this opportunity. All right. Give me 2 seconds to run to the restroom. I will be right back. All right. All right, it's Virgo time. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Milan, if you guys see Milan, thank you for that super sticker. I so appreciate you guys when you do super stickers. Sometimes when I'm in the middle of a reading, if I stop, I'll get distracted. So and then I end up missing them. But I do want to give a shout out and say thank you to Milan for that super sticker. All right. Virgo's being patient with me. All right, Virgo. 139. All right, good number. Virgo, we're starting off the season, right, with a new moon. Exactly, right away. 139. All right, Milan, she's here. All right, thank you. All right. Virgo. Let's get Virgo's energy in the house, your current energy. Who's coming towards you? We are getting ready to start things up. Friday. Right? Evening. We're walking right into your season with a new moon. So set your intentions. This is going to be an amazing season. Always got to set it for the best. All right. So who's coming towards you? Who's coming towards my Virgos? Marsha. My younger brother used to do that. All right. Let's see. All right. You got the Ace of Wands. Talk about starting the party. Ace of Wands. All right. So I'm giving you a head start because, birthday seasons, when it's your birthday season, I like to pamper you. I like to, give it to you good. And Ace of Wands, the candle is lit. All right, so let's get ready. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to rumble. 7 of Cups. You got some magic happening. Virgo's not the patient one. All right, you got some magic happening. You got some gifts coming. Your life's about to go from boring to really exciting. All right. You may be feeling stuck, bored, but you got some shit coming in. You got some surprises, a birthday surprise coming in. That's a birthday surprise. Those 2 cards. All right. Come on, divine. Bring in some surprises. Let's see. I'm going to roll the dice for you before I get started. I have number 11, 7. Those are my lucky numbers in 13. You have Leo, you have Aries, you have Virgo energy, and you have a Sag energy here showing up. All right. So that's just for clarification for some of you. Using the dice gives you some extra manifesting power. All right. So, and that's manifesting power. The energy coming towards you, Page of Pentacles. All right. Who's coming towards you? So it could be an earthy energy as well. Remember, I call out the signs not to confuse you. A lot of you like to hear signs, but a reading is more about quality and energy. And your person could have earthy rising, earth moon, right? Or just very earthy qualities. Page of Pentacles. All right, this is like, for some of you that are single, this is 7 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles is telling you that there are some new prospects on the way. You've got opportunities. Open up your door. Open it up. So I do see an offer. I see a gift. Somebody bringing you a gift. You may, divine could be bringing you a gift finally into your life and saying, Virgo, I think you worked hard enough. Here you go. Here's a gift, right? Maybe it'll be kind of easy. Let's manifest that. This is somebody that really wants to talk to you, somebody that really wants to make something work. All right. They trust you, or they want to trust you. They want to build something with you. They want to make it happen. All right, one step at a time, though, so this is an energy of somebody that's like, we got to get to know, even if it's a reconciliation, we've got to get to know each other again. We can't just rush into things, right? We got to take it one step at a time. All right. So let's see your energy, the Page of Wands, right? So you're showing up this very fiery energy, very passionate, ready, you know, and you got a Page of Pentacles coming in. So earth and fire can be two, you know, different tones here. You know, you're ready to get the fire going already, you know, and your person here is like, you know, let's take it one step at a time. Right? Good energies, though, sustainable energies. I really want to get to know you. I really want to talk to you. What's your obstacle? Queen of Pentacles. All right. Now let's see your person, the Judgment card, and their obstacle, the Page of Swords. Being real, being truthful with you. I need to be honest. You got a lot of pages showing up here. So again, you could have a lot of people coming into your life who's coming towards you right now. You have an awful lot of communication coming in. So somebody could be blowing up your phone. There's a renewal here. There could be somebody wanting to talk about the past. All right, this energy that's coming towards you. Can we talk things out? Can we talk over the past? Can we, you know, and it could even be somebody that wants to relive the past with you. I know you're here for somebody specific, but this could be somebody else coming into your life saying, hey, I really want to reminisce and talk about, you know, the good old days. Could be a friend. Right? So you have these pages showing up, which is given a new energy, a very much, this is something different. We got to do things differently, even if it's a reconciliation, because this is, you know, let's bring some fun into this. Where you're at right now, if you're in the Four Cups energy, Virgo, you're not going to be bored for much longer. The opportunities are coming in such a grand way. The Queen of Pentacles, right? This could be you really stepping up into your game, you know, stepping up with this Queen of Pentacles energy and the Page of Wands. Some of you could be new creative opportunities coming your way too. Somebody who's bringing that towards you. You could be partnering up with somebody that that you end up being together with, all right? You can meet somebody through work. So your obstacle, though, is also the Queen of Pentacles, which can be stuck in your ways too and being a little rigid, right? Taking things too seriously, right? Being overly critical. And this can be all about yourself, you know, judging yourself. And this is saying loosen up a little bit. You're overthinking something, all right? You know, somebody here coming in to clear something up with you. Maybe there was, you know, something that happened. But I think you're taking it more personal, more serious than it really needs to be. So maybe Spirit's just saying, all right, yeah, maybe there is something that happened. Maybe somebody feels judged. Maybe somebody felt judged through text. Maybe somebody, you know, didn't text you and made the wrong decision, or, you know, you got in a fight, or whatever the reason is, right? But what this is saying is you might be being way too hard on yourself about something than you need to be. All right, because it looks like your person is like, we can talk it out, we can work it out, we can make this happen. Now, if this is somebody new coming into your life, because I am seeing a lot of new energy here, and you're wondering where the hell is my communication, and you're on speed dial here. I mean, you're texting a mile a minute, sending books, right? With that Page of Wands gets excited. All right. And if you start texting and over texting, next thing you know, your person here, if you're waiting or there's delays in messages, your person over here go, you know, your restless energy, your person's over here like, I can't keep up with your text. I can't. It's a different energy, right? It's like we gotta figure things out, because we're gonna misinterpret our readings, our texts, right? So this happens with fire and air, right? Restless texting out of boredom, texting just a text for reassurance. All these different things are going to be misread. What you're thinking, your intention is, your person's going to be reading it the totally different way. So purposeful texting, mindful texting. Your person may have said something and didn't mean what they said in a text. And so you could get an apology for that. All right. That's what I'm seeing here on this side. All right. Or your person may have read into something you said. Maybe you were over editing. You were saying things, I don't know. And this person may have misread your tone. Who knows? But what I'm seeing, Virgo, is you're being too hard on yourself about something. Something's coming back around, and you guys will All right, you guys will make it work. You'll make it happen. Now, remember, you're saying slow down. It could be any slower, 15 plus years. This, you know, those are different types of relationships. This is going to resonate differently with you. You know, this could be just, you know, talking out something, but this feels like a newer relationship type of dynamic. What does this person want? The Eight of Swords, right? To clear something up. Something was said. Maybe, like, again, projection. You know, maybe you guys triggered each other. Said something that, you know, was taken wrong. And also something could have been said, or there could have been some criticism or misjudgment by, you know, through text, or somebody misinterpreted something that was said. All right, so somebody wants to clear that up. And I got the Chariot card. You know, let's get past this. Let's move forward and focus on something new. We need to focus on something different. You know, because the Queen of Pentacles can get stuck on something. Now, guys, you can reverse this, all right? I'm just reading the cards, what I see, right? And again, try not to take anything too personal. Queen of Pentacles is absolutely awesome. She wouldn't be the Queen of Pentacles if she wasn't who she was. But she can get sometimes stuck on, you know, too stuck on something, and be hard to bend, right? Very rigid. Like her thoughts or ways, they work. So why would I change anything? All right. And so it's, your person here is kind of saying, I want to get past or over something. I want to move on past something so we can see where things go. All right. The Chariot card is saying, I'm very focused on you. And Spirit is saying that this connection here still has potential to move forward. And I am getting that there's a lot around just the way we communicate with one another. Right? Reading into things or overanalyzing a situation. What does Spirit want you to know? Three of Cups. This could be around your birthday, a celebration of some sort where you are talking to somebody, meeting somebody, or connecting with this person. Now, all the signs are showing up. All this, everything is showing up on this table. Except water is not that strong here. All right, so water, the Three of Cups is here with the water energy. And this could be more like going with the flow and trusting your feelings too as well. You know, there seems to be love in this relationship, good times. We have good times together, or we hang out, we get along, and this person really likes your company, likes to talk to you, likes to be around you. And so you have built or will be building some strong moments together. And Spirit is also saying, focusing on the strengths of this relationship, having good times, because even some of the struggles that you're having, the good times will outweigh the bad times, right? So let's, you know, Spirit saying, focus on, you know, coming together, you know, lightening things up and having a good time. There could be a reconciliation, in pretty quickly with this energy that's happening right now. Somebody really wants to move on past something and see where things go with you. And it's like the determination here is wild. It's like, I really felt something with you, but there's a misunderstanding or slowing down a little bit so that we can try and understand each other a lot better. So something that has happened is helping you guys with this Judgment card too, this person to understand you more, but plus you understand this person more. All right, with this, it could be fire energy as well. Let's see why else you're connected, the astrological reason why you're connected. Oh, you know, you're giving off a defensive energy right there. So that might be what's happening in your relationships in general, you know. Let's see, conjunction. You have a conjunction coming in for you. And it's showing, you know, something being activated here. And the Ace of Wands is an activation as well, too. All right, so we're seeing a strong activation happen during your season as well, or even right now. All right, so focus, concentration, and joining forces. So you and another person here getting ready to join forces and see where this relationship goes. You have the sun here too as well. All right, so let's look at Aries through Pisces and the person that's on your mind and see exactly what's going on here with you and your person that is on your mind. All right, Aries through Pisces. Oh, I like it. Thank you, Mr. Can Do for you. All right, let's see. Aries through Pisces. Virgo, I love you. All right, so Aries through Pisces. We got the Eight of Wands. All right, so we see a lot of candles flying. We see a lot of excitement, but we also see a lot of potential to lose our shit too. All right, sense of urgency, pressure, adding too much pressure on oneself, and things get out of hand, right? So it can go both ways. You know, especially if we're misjudging somebody, what somebody's saying. The Eight of Wands is talking about, you know, things can go really good or things can get really heated really fast. All right, so let's see. Let's see. We have Aries, Nine of Swords. So it does look like the energy Aries is in is the Nine of Swords. There's some guilt, there's some regret, and there was some things that were said, and it could have been in the heat of the moment. All right, so, you know, will you forgive them? You could get a confession, you could get an apology, asking for forgiveness, you know, with this energy, but it does seem like something's really weighing on your Aries. Taurus, Two of Swords. Taurus feeling torn. You know, it's like their heart saying one thing, but they might be talking themselves out of it. All right. Maybe you guys bumping heads. You guys confusing one another. You guys seem to have two different viewpoints of things. But it looks as though, you know, they want to make the right decision and they don't want to make a decision prematurely. So it looks like they don't want to lose the chance or the opportunity. So pulling away right now until they're clear-headed about what they want to do. So when I see this, it tells me don't push too much, or you're going to push them into making a decision that might not end the way you want it to. We have Gemini, Three of Cups. You and Gemini possibly reconciling, right? Seems like they love being around you. They love talking to you, hanging out with you. We have Cancer, Page of Cups. Cancer looks like they want to come in and play. They want to hang out, tell you how they feel. You got a good energy there. And Leo, we're seeing a reconciliation with Leo. Seeing Leo here, or just wanting to get together. It could be a soulmate with a Leo energy. Virgo, Six of Swords. So it looks like smooth sailing. It looks like you're getting through something. There could have been some frustration, some disagreement, right? But it looks like you and another Virgo kind of paddling forward and seeing where things go. They still want to see where things go. Libra, Wheel of Fortune. So Libra coming back around. This is a chance to fix things, or a chance to, you know, just a do-over, right? To see what happens. Scorpio, we have the Seven of Swords. So it looks like Scorpio here might not be telling you the whole truth. If they're coming towards you, you got to pay attention to any red flags. They might be holding something back. Sagittarius, King of Cups, got nothing but love for you. It looks like feelings are growing for you. They may open up. Capricorn, Six of Pentacles, wanting to give to this. It looks like they want to, you know, tell you how they feel or hang out, give you some energy, make plans with you. Aquarius, the Emperor card. So Aquarius getting ready to take charge and make it happen with you. They're very interested. And Pisces, Pisces also wants to give you their number, right? Hang out and see where things go. All right, Virgo, your season's next. All right. He's goofy. He is goofy. That's why I like him too. We're gonna collab again. I think it's the 22nd or the 23rd of September. So we will be collabing again. Where is everybody? You guys got to be hitting that like button. Go collect it. But I know everybody's going back to school, right? Everybody going back to school right now? Milan, thank you again. Gotta go recruit some people for me. Get them over here and hang out. All right, Libra. 1, 2. All right, Libra. I know. I don't understand. That's why I try not to let it bother me. I don't understand, Angel. It just does that. And then my views still are the same afterwards. It really can be frustrating, but I try not to let it bother me. All right, Libra. 201. Libra. Well, you got the Emperor coming towards you, an Aries energy. Libra, I'm going to start your reading off with, Mars is in your sign right now, and that's going to be messing with you. It just went through Virgo. And I want to remind you that it can be good. It can be good. You get shit done, feeling good, but you could get burnt out or you can get tired, or there could be arguments or frustrations too, because Mars causes conflict. And if you're not getting what you want, and if you're feeling pushed or frustrated and something's not fair, you're gonna want to speak your truth. And so be easy on yourself right now. Be easy on yourself. So we got an Emperor coming your way, and we have an Ace of Pentacles, all right, showing up. So it looks like you have an offer from somebody, all right? And we have the Hermit card, so we have Virgo energy, all right? Distance, if somebody's at a distance, it looks like there could be an opportunity for that to change. Aries energy, the Emperor, all right? Somebody, boss, somebody that's responsible, somebody wants to get shit done, wants to build a foundation with you. I have Pisces, I have Aquarius, I have Gemini, and we have the number 12 for you standing out. So that can be 12, that can also be 3. So we're looking at connection, getting to know one another, really feeling familiar with one another. This person really feels comfortable with you, and you feel comfortable with them. It feels like you have, it doesn't mean you've had to be together before, but it definitely feels like a comfortable brother-sister vibe in a way or best friend vibe in a way where sometimes you guys can piss each other off too. Right. and too soon. And it's like, you know, we just got to know each other, or we just connected, but yet we really can irk each other. But the Emperor card is somebody that really wants to make peace and wants to build something here. The Emperor card is like, you know, I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to, get our ducks in a row and move forward. So very responsible energy. Right. Now, when I see the number 12, I'm just thinking like sometimes it can be a house of some of our fears can be coming up. And again, we could be triggering each other. Somebody may need their space, or maybe you need your space, privacy, comfort, time to really be creative. And I do see the Hermit card here at the bottom. All right. So there could be a sense of you have a fire energy coming towards you and your air. So there could be some tests, differences between you and this person. If somebody withdraws from you or pulls away or ghosts, right? One, ghosting's not respectable. All right. So ghosting ghosting has become a phenomenon over the years, right? And so just ghosting out of nowhere, that's, you better have a reason. You better have a really good reason, you know. But this person seems to need to pull away a little bit though sometimes, and I wouldn't take it personal. So I'm looking more at a healthier version of disappearing, not just like all of a sudden everything was great and then boom, you're gone. Like, if somebody's that scared and that inconsistent, I don't want anything to do. Go. You're showing me right now that you can't even, the wind blows and you run, you follow, oh my God, gone. You'll be on eggshells all the time. But this looks really promising for you. All right, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is your energy, opening up the doorway. There's an opportunity here for you to really build something with an Emperor that's coming your way. All right, but you got to make a decision. You've got to get your head together. You got to figure out exactly what it is you want. Your challenge is the Knight of Swords. You're kind of indecisive. Running energy, which means if you get triggered, you automatically pull everything away. Oh God, this has got to be it. I'm no way. All right, it's got to be this. It's got to be like, it's a runner thing. So you might be saying your person's running. Some of you out there, no, I'm dealing with a runner. I don't really want to go into that explanation, but I'm just saying you're showing up here on this table as an opportunity comes your way and you start to chase your tail. I don't know if that makes sense, but but you know what I'm saying. So mapping out a plan and staying focused and knowing exactly what you want, because it just seems like you might get defensive or triggered easy, and it looks like universe is bringing some real potential here with that Ace of Pentacles. Your person, Two of Wands. All right, so you got somebody here that kind of, maybe feels like they have options, right? Or they have to make a choice, or they're on the fence. Sometimes I see this. Somebody doesn't want to overreact or reach out too quickly or make a decision too prematurely. They don't want to seem too anxious. That's my mini Emperor. But somebody really wants something stable with you. It just might mean, they're just slowing down a little bit. We're just seeing where things go. I'm very interested in you, right? But their obstacle is the Two of Swords. You may be confusing them, or they're confused themselves. The ball's in your court. It's your reading. You may be feeling torn. Your person may be feeling torn. There may be another they're closing off another relationship. But you have the twos showing up for you. And the twos are like, there's this beginning energy where, things are still a little bit kind of uncertain right now. But the uncertainty is what's triggering you. right? And we're seeing here that, you know, the second you get triggered, it's like you run the opposite direction. And I just think your person here is sort of in this energy of, you know, I'm just, you know, sometimes I feel it, sometimes I'm over here, sometimes I'm over there. I think it's a protective mechanism, what I'm seeing here. Very, you know, I think it's a protective mechanism. All right. You want to be 100% sure, but you can see every single different perspective. Something happens and you can see every way it plays out. You can see every perspective that it gets you a little bit nervous, I think. Depending on what age you are, guys. You know, we learn and we grow, we get older, and hopefully we get wiser. You know, we hope we get wiser. But your person, I'm gonna say this, all right. I'm seeing here there's an emperor coming your way. All right. And this is somebody that may play their cards right. You know, they may not want to make a decision too prematurely. And you know, so they may put one foot in and then they may hold back a little bit, especially if they feel like you're indecisive too. And so that may make them hold back a little further. But you got somebody here who's on the fence who's saying, I'm interested in you. I want to see where things go. I want to, you know, check in again. You could be making plans with somebody. And also somebody, like I said, could be trying to play like, I'm cool, I'm trying to hold back, I'm trying to stay grounded, stable. I don't want to seem too anxious. You know, I don't want to seem overly anxious and make the wrong decision as well too. But you got good energy here. This could even be really new energy. Your person, what they want, I see the Temperance card. Oh, the favorite one, the Temperance card. Work with me. Be patient with me. Right? Let's be patient with each other. Let's take one step at a time. The Temperance card things can go out of balance really quickly, especially if this is an opposite energy from you, like if it's an Aries or something. You know, the Emperor card's an Aries. It's like, you know, it can just go out of whack so quickly. So it's one of these relationships that we're just going to have to continue to keep seeing how things play out. And I wouldn't take the first answer as the serious answer in this relationship. Like I would, what I've known with you, Libra, and what what you might be experiencing or your person might be experiencing is sometimes you make a decision or you talk out loud, but you need somebody to just listen to you as you talk yourself into your final decision. So sometimes you'll say something maybe prematurely and somebody else might take it serious and think, oh, that's what Libra means. And then Libra's like, no, I'm not done making my decision yet. I'm just talking about it. You know, I've experienced that with my Libras, right? And so your person might be reading that and thinking that could be what's creating some hesitation here too. But the Temperance card is telling me you guys are rolling forward. You guys have the potential here. Obviously, you have free will. You can do whatever you want. People, you know, somebody made that clear, right? I'm just reading the cards. The Temperance card is saying that you guys really can make this work. It's just going to be working with each other. And it looks like for you, Libra, you know, just being clear. Is this my person? Is this who I want? What do I want? What do I want? And, you know, making that decision and then opening up to whatever comes your way. Because it looks like your person wants to take the next step, wants to definitely take the next step. What does Spirit want you to know? The Lover's card. Welcome to the Lover's card. All right. You have a choice to make first and foremost about letting love in, right? Especially if you've had some, you know, many go-arounds where you get burned, all right? The Libra whisper, right? You know, you got to choose to let love in with the Lover's card. But the Lovers, you know, you got a deep connection here. You've got something worth investing into, worth exploring. But the Lovers can be sometimes, you know, you get triggered really easily and you stop, you slow down, or you start thinking something's wrong, something's off. And it looks like you have a love relationship started, and it could be very divine. All right, soulmate energy, you know, and soulmates will trigger each other and test each other. But you got something here solid coming your way. So let's see what Spirit says about this connection. So you do have Sag showing up, you have fire showing up, and, you know, and Gemini energy showing up too. All right, so I am seeing that fire aspect, fire and air. And I don't see a lot of earth in here. All right, I don't see a lot of earth energy. So earth is just telling me that the relationship isn't settled yet. It's not grounded. And so it could be feeling a little bit unstable at the moment. All right. So somebody feels blessed with you. All right. Somebody definitely feels magnetically drawn towards you. And it looks like this could turn into, the, you know, like I said, the Temperance card, a very harmonious connection, but it's going to take some work. All right. And I have the 9th house, so a lot of learning here. A learning curve. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the adventure. All right, so this is really, that's kind of a hermity energy too. It's like there's a lot of room for growth and experience here in this connection, a very spiritual connection, especially with the Emperor and the Temperance card. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. But you know, you're fun to listen to, Libra, when you're so air signs for me have always been my best friends. I've never dated an air sign. You've always been my best friends or my coworkers. And you're the funniest. I don't care what any other signs say. The air signs are the funniest. Dry humor. Dry humor. And listening to you talk things out or talk yourself around circles. Talk your way to a decision. It's funny. Listening to you cut somebody to pieces who you don't like, that's even funnier. Even though that's a guilty pleasure. That's a guilty pleasure. Listen to if somebody pisses you off or you don't like somebody or you're judging somebody or me, right? I don't want to hear what you have to say. Don't tell me what you say. Oh. Air signs are cheaters, right? You got a King of Cups up. Everybody says that about Scorpios too, water signs, right? Fire signs. Everybody says that. Everybody has a sign that they pin that to. All right, Aries through Pisces. All right, you got the Hanged Man, bottom of the deck, all right? So how do we get out of this stuck mode? How do we move? Aries, you got 7 of Wands. Aries feels defensive, all right? Kind of feels on guard with you. There's potential here, but we got to let down our guards, or, you know, they might even feel like a little bit attacked at times, you know, maybe vice versa. Remember, I'm just reading the cards. It could go either way. So there is a roadblock here with that, and we need to speak up. We need to, you know, create boundaries, speak boundaries, and, you know, maybe that is you know, drawing the line. But we do see an energy here of pushing forward, but also sometimes pushing too much. You could have an Aries connecting with you, but very defensively. Taurus, King of Pentacles, right? Taurus is like, I'm looking good, right? Taurus, let's create some stability here. Let's make things work. You know, so it looks like a Taurus is trying to figure out a future with you. Gemini over here, there's the 2 of Wands. So it could be a Gemini that's getting ready to reach out to you. Cancer, all right? Cancer wanting to find some sort of closure with whatever's going on and open up the doorway. Let's get things started. Let's move forward, all right? They see potential here. Leo, not feeling very good about what's going on. Feels like they can't meet your needs, or they're not, or you guys just are bringing each other down at times. All right, you might be dealing with a Leo that's just in a bad mindset and projecting onto you. So right now there could be a separation between you and a Leo. Virgo, the devil. Virgo really triggering you. It's a strong attachment between you and a Virgo, but it seems like something's coming up, you know, jealousy, you know, unhealthiness. But it's coming up for you guys to take a look at why it's coming up here. You guys are still kind of bound to each other, and this is the kind of energy they're coming in. So it's still showing up as unhealthy. Libra, 7 of Cups. Go figure. Libra, let me think. Well, what if? What if? I can see all the possibilities, right? So many options. It's like FOMO, too. I have a lot of opportunities. What do I want to do? There's so many possibilities. I don't want to choose the wrong one. If I choose a path, what if, you know, something else is better? What if this happens? It's just a very uncertain energy. And what Spirit is saying is choose one and go with it. You might be surprised, right? So you do have the 7 of Cups, which is, you know, showing you in an energy of, you know, maybe your expectations, maybe you put in, you know, so many expectations on a relationship and they're not meeting your needs, but that can be a protective mechanism as well too. You know, setting somebody up for failure so you don't get hurt again. You and another Libra mirroring each other. 7 of Cups. Scorpio, Justice card. Scorpio's like, I'm real, I'm here, honest, making things right. If I fucked up, I'm going to tell you. All right. If I fucked up, I'm going to tell you. Don't get me throwing myself in there, right? I might not like it. But so pay attention to your Scorpio. They speak their truth, their actions and their words speaking their truth, right? It does look like making some sort of peace, bringing some sort of peace to this situation, being real with you, making something right. They obviously have your energy. They care about you. Sag, 5 of Swords. Looks like there's some deception or, you know, disappointment with you and a Sag. You guys keep kind of going back and forth, or they're confusing you. They're still showing up in that energy. Capricorn, King of Cups. Cap's like, I got love for you. Capricorn showing up as the King of Cups, right? Snag them, right? You know, it's like feelings growing for you. Aquarius, the Lover's card. Right, so there's your love relationship. You know, welcome to the party, right? You know, soulmates. When the honeymoon's over, let the real work begin. Pisces, 10 of Cups. Pisces has seen a future with you. All right, Pisces wants to connect with you, feels at home with you. You know, no matter what the situation is, there's obviously some sort of contract there with you and a Pisces. Marriage, maybe you married in past life. All right, Libra, story time's over. Let's move on to Scorpio. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Can Do for You. I love that. Mr. Can Do for You. All right, that's a good, you know. Is that your dating profile? Please laugh with me. I'm always coming from the heart. Not the time to approach a Libra. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. That's too broad of a something to say, right? All I'm saying, you can't even see my face, right? Thank you, Mr. Can Do for You. All right. All I'm saying is that when Mars went through Virgo, and I'm a Virgo rising, I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I definitely got a lot done because Mars is taking taking action. Mars is getting shit done, very passionate energy. But Mars is also conflict and destroys things. So Mars in our first house, especially Libra rising, I suppose, is going to fuel your energy, right? It's about you, your ego. And so if you got something to say, or, you could be very passionate and get stuff done and really express yourself. But if you're mad and angry, and aren't cautious, you could, cause arguments or fights. Because when it was in my first house, like, sometimes I didn't realize, maybe I seemed like I had an ego. I don't know, like, or I was, talking very confidently, and some people take that as an ego. You don't know how people are going to perceive you. But Mars in the first house is definitely amplifying your confidence, amplifying, your you. So that's all I'm saying, is just be aware, and it doesn't, just be aware. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And it's in my second house, and I have been spending way too much. It's like, come on, get out of my second house, right? Get out of my second house. I'm causing destruction in the bank account, right? Very little bank account. Yeah, it's a smart dating name. All right, sorry guys, Scorpio. That's why I do timestamps. So when I'm chatting and doing like a little intermission, Mr. Can Do For You, that would be a perfect dating profile. I agree with you though. We don't, the dating sites are just, I don't know, if you're my age, they're not good. They're not. I don't know. I think Libra to Libra, I think you guys could get along, right? You guys understand each other. Scorpio, 22626. Remember, that's just one placement though, guys. I mean, we have all different placements. I'm just looking at that one placement. All right, Scorpio. All right, let's see who's coming towards you, Scorpio. I'm gonna roll the dice too. Why you got the 9 of Swords here? What's going on? All right, you've got the number 7, and you got the number 12 too. So relationships definitely, maybe just feeling like you need some space, or somebody's retreated. I got Libra, and I got Sag, and I have Scorpio energy. So let's see what's going on. 9 of Swords. I am getting this. Somebody's really feeling kind of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You really got somebody thinking, may have said something, done something that they're ashamed of, right? Or they maybe didn't realize in the moment they said or did something, and things got out of hand. So they're feeling kind of guilty or regretful. Now I got the 6 of Wands here underneath. So they're not liking the way they showed up. They're not liking the way they showed up for you, or how they acted. Ego could have got in the way. But you do see somebody here that's not very confident about the choices they made. Pride may have gotten in the way. All right, let's see. Queen of Wands. So you have an Aries, Leo, Sag coming towards you. All right, so you got somebody who, you know, you're in somebody's head nonstop. You're definitely burning up. I mean, if you're not feeling it, what kind of signs do we get if somebody's thinking about us? Eye twitching, itchy hands, you know, ringing in the ears. I don't know. If you're not feeling it, somebody's burning up. Let's see you. You got the Eight of Swords. All right, so maybe you feel it. Maybe you know. What's your obstacle? The Judgment card. All right. So you may have felt really judged, or you took something personal. You know, maybe you feel like I don't like this feeling that I'm getting from this, because it feels like, you don't feel like you could have done anything or defended yourself, and you just feel stuck, like you don't know why, or worry, about how something happens. Like you can't figure it out, you can't figure out a situation. And so you're kind of stuck on what to do. You don't know what to do. It's really hard for you to make this decision, or it was really hard for you to make a decision. You want to make the right one. I can see that. The Judgment's on your side. It's like somebody may have projected onto you, or somebody, I know that keeps coming through a lot today. There's nobody around me right now, so nobody's going to bring that shit to me. I'm not letting you bring it. But it does look like there was some negative energy. And you're not sure what to do. Sounds like you can't figure out what the hell even happened, or why something happened. Let's see your person. 3 of Pentacles. And we got the Tower card. So here's the thing. This is their obstacle. Your person wants to work on things, wants to make it happen, wants to connect with you, but their obstacle is the Tower card. I mean, did they fuck up pretty bad? Right? The Tower card, this person's obstacle, they're just not stable. It seems like you're dealing with somebody here, you got the 9 of Swords. You're dealing with somebody here that maybe doesn't think before they react, or think before they're very impulsive. Mean. This person said something mean, or did something mean, they lost their shit. Queen of, maybe they're jealous. Maybe, maybe they were aggravated, and it can go either way. It can go either way, right? So I'm just calling out the cards how I see it. This is your person. But the Tower card as their obstacle tells me that they lose their shit. They're very dramatic. You get pissed off by every little thing. They might have so much going on, overwhelmed, or, and they don't realize the reaction they have could, just create disaster. They're very confrontational, this person. Very confrontational with you. But it's like, I want to fix things. I want to work on things. And this is where your hands are tied. You have to make a decision, because this energy is coming back towards you. And although it's like, let's fix things, let's work on things, I mean, you're feeling pretty doubtful, Based off the past history here, 144, you always get 144. Based off the history, things always turn against you or always leave you stuck, always leave you thinking or worried or fearful or doubtful of the situation improving. You know, so your challenge is making a decision, stepping up, standing into your truth. Maybe you feel misunderstood or unheard, or don't feel like you can, you know, you feel like you're being blamed because you get the judgment on your side. You feel like you're being blamed, or it's twisted on you, or something's happening and you've been being judged, or maybe you go around in your head and you think you've judged the situation wrong. You're doubting yourself. You doubt your own truth. So you might be going around in circles here. It's like analysis paralysis. And your person is showing up with the Tower. So it's very much showing me this person's unstable. That's their obstacle. They're going through a lot. So send love to this person, because I don't know what they're going through, and it doesn't mean that they're a horrible person. But if they're going through a lot and then they feel this regret because they said or did something, you know, they lashed out or they took something out on you or broke up or whatever because of something they said or did, you know, that is, you know, within time, this person, you know, if they're going through a Tower, you know, they can't rationalize. And that's the kind of energy they're still coming back in. So the Three of Pentacles says, I want to fix things. I want to work on things. And, you know, and that's fine. That's the energy that's coming in, but it's followed. What's tailing them is the Tower. So it's like, let's work, let's fix. What do they really want? What do they want? And I have the Eight of Pentacles. It does look like somebody really wants to fix this with you, build something or work on this relationship. Commit to this relationship, maybe commit to rebuilding this. You know, maybe there is this, will you forgive me? Will you forgive this person? Will you give it another chance? But at this point, you know, you're giving the relationship a benefit of the doubt. You know, like, how many times have you done this before? What does Spirit want you to know? We got the Knight of Wands. You know, you got to follow your passion. You got to follow your desire. You got to trust your inspiration. You know, you got to trust yourself with this. All right. There's some passion coming your way. There is strong chemistry between you and this person. And there's definitely, you know, everybody has their own story. Whatever choices you make, there's definitely room for something to grow here. It looks like their intentions are to try and work on something and fix something. And, you know, so that's what I got for you. You have Aries energy and you have fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sag, strong with you guys. So there could have been, you know, some conflict, some fire, some drama that got started. But it looks like somebody wants to come towards you and lighten things up, play, have fun. I got Sagittarius energy here at the bottom, so you might be dealing with Sag. And I got Libra energy. So I'm seeing love, very much a strong chemistry here between the two of you. And somebody wanting to make peace, maybe even apologize or bring, you know, fairness to this relationship. Maybe, you know, working through something that you guys just recently went through. All right. The problem I see, though, is this person charms you every time you see them. They have a way with you, and they have a way, you end up trusting them, and you keep letting them in. So Scorpio, it's up to you. You're very much a peace, you know, seeing this peacemaker, you know, energy and wanting to be very kind and, you know, but it seems like you get hurt when you do that. It seems like you're the one that gets hurt when you do this. So, all right, Scorpio, that's what I got for you. Let's see, Aries through Pisces. So you had the number 12, house 12, which can be really doing a lot of self-reflection, giving yourself a little bit of time to process and really think about what it is you want to do. All right. Hello. Mystic. All right. Let's see Aries through Pisces. All right. Show me the energy of Aries through Pisces. You have the Page of Cups. All right, so there is some love here. There's somebody who wants to show you some love. Aries, you have the Tower card, so it could be an Aries energy. You know, there's a lot happening here, you know, but there's still a chance here to build something. You know, we'll get into the truth of the matter. So Aries could be going through a lot of change right now, and you might be shocked to see what comes from it, you know. There might be a chance to work something out or rebuild. Taurus, we have the King of Cups. So Taurus got nothing but love for you. All right, you're all over their energy. All right, it looks like love's growing between the two of you. You could get an offer from a Taurus. Gemini, the Star card, right? You and Gemini on the same wavelength, thinking about each other, pulling each other closer to each other. You know, so you guys coming into alignment. Same thing with a Cancer. You and a Cancer making things work, right? You're on the same page, same frequency. Leo, 3 of Swords. So we see separation, heartbreak, and disappointment with a Leo. All right, so this could be part of, you know, you got a lot of forgiveness here. You got a lot of healing with fire so far, Aries and Leo. But I see possible breakup or separation here with the fire energies is what's coming through. Virgo, we're seeing a reunion, 4 of Wands, some happy times, right? Being very happy with that when they come back in or when they come in. Libra, same thing, World card. Looks like a new chapter beginning with the Libra. Scorpio, you have the Ace of Swords. So we are seeing a breakthrough in communication with you, some truth, clarity coming in, and a sense of peace. I really feel like a sense of peace for you guys when it comes to a situation. Sagittarius, 8 of Pentacles. So Sag really wants to work on things with you. Sag is like, you know, we both feel very comfortable. We feel at home. We really can work on things. I want to commit to you. Capricorn, we have Knight of Pentacles. Cap's coming back in saying, let's do this. Let's make it work. Aquarius, 9 of Cups. Right? So Aquarius is like, you know, you're my one. I desire you. All right. And Pisces is iffy. Pisces is in their feelings, but they're still uncertain about which way this is going. All right, Scorpio, that was interesting. That was very, very, very interesting read for you. Yes, don't be fooled by charmers. You know, I'm sorry, broken promises and all this other good stuff. So, oops. Sagittarius. Oh, hello, Odessa. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Awesome, Mona. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, guys. Thank you. All right, Sag. Let's see who's coming towards you right now in their energy. Well, you got 6 of Wands. All right. So it looks like somebody here is wanting your attention, likes your attention, sees you as somebody like, you're on fire, right? Maybe you get a lot of attention. This person, you know, they like that about you. They like your personality or how others look at you. Depending on what other cards come through, though, this could also trigger them too and make them jealous. All right, but somebody here, somebody's like, you got it going on, right? You're looking good. So let's roll the dice. And the overall energy is the 6 of Wands, which says, you know, we'll make it through this battle or conflict, whatever we're having. We'll figure it out, right? The finish line's coming in. You have number 11 and number 7. Somebody else got those numbers. Was it Libra? 11 or 7. And I have Gemini, Cancer, Aries. All right, so it could be Gemini, Cancer, Aries. And this is also a Leo energy here as well. I call the names just so you guys, because some of you like them, but it's about the energies though. So they could have those qualities. All right, so we have Justice coming in. All right, Libra energy. Somebody over here going, you know, I feel you. Maybe I know you're right, or I need to make something right, or now I'm feeling it. You know, I got to make a choice. I got to make it right. You know, I got to decide if I want commitment. I gotta do what I'm supposed to do. All right. So you got Libra energy. You got truth coming in. All right. Truth around this energy. All right. So if there's any kind of indecisiveness, it looks like somebody finally making a decision. All right. Making it fair, making the right decision. Look at you, 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to throw this out there. Some of you could be getting a gift of money. I don't know why you wouldn't want to know that. Unless it's just me, right? Show me the money. Look at you. You're just wanting some time. Give me some time. Make it right. Give me that effort. Show me my worth. You say I'm worthy. You say you're interested. You say I'm good. You say you're lucky. You say you want this. You say you want a commitment. Show up. Show me some effort. What's your obstacle? The Moon card. Somebody keeps you kind of guessing. You feel an emotional connection, but they trigger you because, you know, there's an uncertainty of where this is going. Right? Uncertainty. It was Virgo that had 11 and 7. So maybe you're connecting to a Virgo. You know, we got Pisces here, you know, and it's like, I see, I feel you, I know it, you know, there's a karma here. There's definitely a strong soul contract here. So, you know, but I don't think right now you might be acting like you're okay. All right. You might be acting like you're okay because my Sagittarius are good at acting like everything's okay. You're good at playing it off, and then when somebody comes around, you're good at, you know, you might, you know, well, it depends on how mad you are, but you're pretty much good at going, "Oh, okay, let's do this again. Let's get over it. Let's go." All right. But I can see that it's really bothering you, the uncertainty. You really like this person. You know, you really have, this person's got you in your feelings. And you're just, you know, because you don't know exactly where it's going or what's happening and things are changing all around you, it could be making you feel, you know, unstable, and it could be making you feel like you're deceiving yourself. Like, I don't believe in my own truth. I don't believe what I see, you know, and so you're looking for all the, you know, possibilities, and you might be looking at the worst case scenarios. So your person here, 4 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. What a good energy. So you're feeling over here, you know, with this moon card, like, what the hell is going on with my person? Why are they being so silent? Why are they being quiet? You know, why do they need space from me? Give it to them. Give it to them. Give them the space they require. Because in the void, it's uncomfortable for you. But in the void, this person here is meditating, constantly thinking, their mind's all over the place, trying to figure out what to do. And when their mind is quiet and they're by themselves, guess who they're thinking about? And guess what they're thinking about? Most people with a little bit of space start to forget about the bad things and remember the good things. You know, some of, you know, we start missing the union. We start missing, and that's why sometimes people forget when somebody hurts them, you know? As soon as you're around this person, or as soon as you see this person, you know, you forget what hurt or what happened. But the space here is getting this person really thinking about wanting to be together with you, missing you. You have them focusing on and thinking about a future with you, the 10 of Cups, right? It's like, as soon as there's quiet or calmness, if there's been any kind of storm, you know, so the Justice card can be, you know, forgive me for taking some space, but, you know, I needed some time to clear my head, clear some thoughts, figure out what I wanted. And I can see that I have deep feelings for you, more than I even thought I did, you know. Maybe I needed time to figure that out. Some of you, that might make you mad. Well, why do they need to figure out how they feel? Don't they know? Some of us know how we feel in the moment, and some people, they don't know how to, they don't even know what a feeling is. They think about it. They can tell you, they can explain it to you. You know, some people are better at explaining their feelings or knowing their feelings than others. And I am seeing, though, this person with a little bit of space here is thinking about one thing, and that is being together with you. What do they want with this connection? I see the 2 of Cups. So it looks like somebody's getting ready to have some conversation with you. You know, let's talk. You know, I definitely am feeling you. It seems like you guys, you know, are on the same page. You know, the 6 of Cups here. You wouldn't feel this way, especially with me seeing the 6 of Pentacles there. You wouldn't feel this way if you haven't felt something that was worthy, that was of value. So this person may have given or shown you some sort of credibility. And so it's got you. It's got you. All right. And the 2 of Cups is showing there's mutual attraction there. But, you know, you got this person here that gets overwhelmed really quickly, or is getting overwhelmed, and, you know, may have gone silent on you. And so, you know, you might get an apology here with the 2 of Cups. Somebody wants to see where this goes. Somebody wants to talk things out, come to some sort of mutual resolution to a situation. I'll comment on that in a second, Shiloh. What does Spirit want you to know? The 9 of Pentacles, right? You got to hold your own, stay confident. I know what you're doing. I can see that I can see that you're an emotional, you know, the uncertainty and somebody's got you. But this reading is just saying be grounded, stay grounded in yourself. You know, a little bit of space between somebody can be uncomfortable. All our fears can come up, our triggers. But this reading here today is showing me that it's going to turn out in your favor, especially with the Six of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So you may be going through a Five of Wands, all this internal conflict. You know, what the hell's going on? Do I push? Do I force? Do I call? Do I react? Do I fight for this? You know, because some of us are like, but I got to fight for what I want. You know, there are times to fight for what you want. But this time it looks like your person needs to step up and show up and fight for you, and show up for you. And it looks like they will. So let's see why, you know, why this is showing up, if there's any kind of deeper connection. I can see karma. I can see soul contract. I mean, all relationships, like I said before, I believe are karmic, but there are some that are just, you know, are here for a longer stay and more lessons and meant, you know, for more important things. So could this be marriage? Could this be, you know, true love? Of course. I see an opportunity, an open door, and supportive energies. The Six of Pentacles. So it really feels like there's mutual respect. There's a contract there, and it's all about finding some way to mediate, redo the contract, negotiate energies, and making sure we're on the same page and we're both being respected. All right, so there is a promise that's being made, you know, whether it's spiritual, and I'm seeing a relationship develop between you and this person that could turn into something really, really nice. It could even turn into long-term. Your story hasn't even begun to unfold, so it does feel like at early stages, especially with that Two of Cups. Sun, Moon, Rising, you know, let me talk about the progressed. If you're resonating with other readings, that's why I always suggest listening to all the signs. I find that the progressed resonate a lot with me too. I'm a Capricorn progressed. And your moon progressed will also resonate. Because it's showing where you're at right now as time evolves, as time shifts, right? And so our natal chart is where we were at when we were born. And yes, it shows us our path forward. But I do believe the progressed energies really can sometimes resonate more because it's showing you what filter you're on, what's changed. You might be seeing through a Sag filter right now, so you resonate more, and you might even be reacting more through a Sag energy because of your progress. So I do put a lot of value on the progress charts. Let's see Aries through Pisces. There's so many layers to all of this. All right, Aries through Pisces. So let's take a look at the energy of the person that's on your mind. Hello, Nayli. All right, we got Queen of Wands, got fire energy, all right? You're showing up. Obviously, somebody's got, you know, drawn to you. Aries, Six of Cups. Aries wants to reach out, wants to connect with you, feels something deep with you. You know, there's a real good friendship. There's also a really good love situation that could form from this. Taurus, you know, there's an ending here. It looks like Taurus is dealing with a lot of pain. It feels like you guys saw it coming or knew it was coming. right? Or they're dealing with a divorce or a relationship ending, and they're kind of down in the, you know, they're just down. All right, so there's this energy here. You might not hear from a Taurus right now. Gemini, Ace of Pentacles. Gemini over here saying hello. You know, let's get this started. Here's an offer. Cancer, Five of Pentacles, not happy with the way things are. You know, they're struggling with separation. You guys still could be separated right now. Leo, on their way. You got Leo showing up real fiery right now. Leo's like, I got to finish out my season with a bang, right? So we are seeing here Leo coming towards you very passionately. Virgo, Six of Swords, on their way too to clear something up. Let's see, let's move forward. I still want to see where this is going. Libra, you got the Tower card, all right? So there could be some destruction happening with you and a Libra, whether it's an argument, something changing, there's a breakup or makeup or move, but it's very dramatic energy that's shifting the course of this relationship. Scorpio, King of Cups, Scorpio got nothing love for you, right? But they also could be focusing a lot on themselves too, because their energy is on themselves, you know, but they know what they want, right? That's somebody drilling outside. Can you hear that? Oh my God. That scared the shit out of me. Great. All right. So we have Scorpio here. They have feelings for you. Their feelings are deepening. You may get an offer from them. Sag, you got the Five of Wands. Look at that synchronicity. So you're seeing the conflict that you're going through, the Five of Wands, but you had the Six of Wands. You see, well, now it's changed because I shuffled them. The Six of Wands. So you're going to see some sort of conclusion here to this problem that you're currently dealing with. All right, you and another Sag kind of on the same page, right? But worth fighting for. Capricorn, Ace of Wands, all right, coming in to spark conversation up with you. Aquarius, Two of Wands, wants to get together again, wants to hang out, wants to see you sometime. Pisces, kind of hanging back, doing their thing, giving them a little bit of silence is good. It's got them thinking about you, keeping tabs of you and seeing what you're up to. So they might be silent right now. All right. Capricorn. What do I want? 2, 3, oh. These are getting long. Capricorn time. Here comes all my goats. Hello, Lisa, Romy, Gigi, and Angel. We got all my goats here. All right, Capricorn. All right, so who's coming towards you? Who's coming towards my Capricorns? All right, you got the Nine of Cups. All right, keep on wishing, keep on going. You got the genie in the bottle. That's all we have to say. What is your desire? All right. And we got the Hermit card. So you may be dealing with a long distance or somebody out of distance or feels like it. Been on a long road. All right. But you got the Nine of Cups here, you know, kind of stamping your reading right now. So let's see who's coming towards you. We have Five of Swords, and so we'll read into that when I look at your person right here. There could have been some conflict, some confusion. Could feel like, you know, maybe some of you even thinking, you know, there was, you know, some lying game plan or just constant conflict, right? You feel conflicted about the situation, right? Your energy, the 9 of Wands, right? So your nines are your energy, Capricorn. I have Virgo, Cancer, and Scorpio showing up for you, and I have 3 and 12, but 12 also is 3. So 3's 12, and you also got, you know, the 9s. So that's some really potent manifesting numbers, right? But it does seem like you're at wit's end, right? You're feeling really fatigued, really tired. Your obstacle is Page of Pentacles. Either you're being breadcrumbed or you just feel like something, you can't trust the situation. You feel like something's just not moving, right? You know, you're tired, you know, worn out, maybe from work. Maybe some of you worn out from work, right? Or worn out from just having everything's too hard. You know, why is it going to be so hard? Why does communicating with my person have to be so hard, right? So it does seem like communication could be really what's really draining you. All right, whether you're not getting communication, whether you're being breadcrumbed, or whether you're in a relationship and it just seems like neither of us understand each other. We keep going back and forth. There's a conflict of interest. There seems to be no resolution. And there's also a lack of trust in one another. Not being able to trust the other person or trust the situation. And it seems like you've been down this road before, right? So it's easy for you. Your cup is already like, you know, how do I want to put it, right? It's like you've already reached your limit. There it is. You've reached your limit on how much you can take. So, Jesus, stop. You've reached your limit on what you can take or handle. So it's like anything can throw you overboard and you don't know whether or not you want to give up or not. Right? And sometimes you're just like, you know, but at the nine of wands, sometimes it's like, do I give up? Should I give up? You know, it's like sometimes when we give up in those moments, that's when we actually have a sense of peace and the relationship actually unfolds. When we let go and give up, fuck it, I'm done. As soon as you hit that point, that's the 5 of swords, defeat. I'm done. I can't figure this out. Do what you want to do. Go ahead. Another person sits there like, what do you mean? You're not fighting for this anymore? You know, and then all of a sudden it's like everybody puts their swords down and we find another way around. We find another solution, right? So sometimes it is. Sometimes it is about throwing the towel in, Capricorn, and saying, you know, like really, how much pressure can you take? How much stress, how much aggravation do you need? All right. You don't need to work this hard for anything, anyone, unless you're getting paid for it at the end or it's worth it. If this is your own business or if this is your marriage and you know you're going to fight for something, sometimes, you know, yeah, you can get pushed to that. But I don't know. You'd have to be, this person's got to be very important to you to push you to this limit. All right. So your person, let's see their deal. Let's see their side of things. All right. We got the King of Pentacles. All right. So obviously you could be dealing with an earth energy. I called out some signs in the beginning and I'm going to call out signs for you, but it doesn't mean it has to be that sign. Your person could have earth qualities or earth's moon, you know. You have King of Pentacles, Taurus, but you have Capricorn and Virgo. They obviously, if they're not earthy, they obviously have a lot of love for you, respect for you. They care about you. You've been important in their life, or you are very important in their life. They saw something with you. All right. What's their obstacle? Right? The 8 of Pentacles, commitment. Overcommitted, undercommitment, procrastination. Procrastination. You know, it could be this person gets so focused on something and everything else is just, they're oblivious to everything else that's around them. You know, this person might have a different temperament than you. Here I go with the temperament. I get on something and I go with it, right? You know, but your obstacle is the Page of Pentacles. You're like this person. You feel like this person's not putting a lot of effort. You feel like this person, you know, is procrastinating, is not putting the work in, right? Or you feel like maybe, you know, maybe you just feel like this person isn't putting in what you expected from them. They're not as committed as you are. But I don't think that's the truth. I think that, so there's this thing, right, where couples argue. One person feels like they're always doing the cleaning, and the other person feels like, I would have cleaned it if you just would have waited. My timing is different than yours, but because you always get to it first, it seems like you always do it and I never will. But you don't have the patience enough to wait for me to do it. You want it to be done on your time. But I feel like I'm not lazy. I would have done it, but I just would have done it when it was in my schedule, you know? And so there's a misunderstanding there where one person feels like they're doing it all and the other person's not. Now, this person may start to feel like they can't meet your expectations. All right? They can't meet your expectations, right? Or you may feel like they procrastinate, they're lazy, they give up too easy. They need to work on themselves, right? And it stresses you out. It stresses you out. But there definitely is a misunderstanding here. This person really values you, really cares about you, really is interested in you, whatever it is. And it just feels like, you know, I can't make it work. I don't know what to do to fix it or make it work. And so this is where the problem lies with this person, but this is the energy that's coming towards you. Now, if you are dealing with somebody who's breadcrumbing you, somebody who is lazy, somebody who's procrastinating, somebody who doesn't want to work, somebody who has health issues, you know, send love. But that could be why you're not getting very much from them. You might be doing all the work. You might be putting all the effort in. And then, you know, but you keep doing and doing and doing. And when you stop doing, this person will prove to you whether or not they will do or not. And, you know, you might be surprised. You might be surprised. Remember, you have the Nine of Cups. When you give up, this person may step up. All right, that was so dramatic. What does this person want with you? I got the Ten of Cups. So it does seem like this person values you and would like to see a relationship with you. It does feel like you have some sort of bond. You know, you're testing each other. You know, you maybe, Capricorn, you're mirroring back to this person what they need to see. Just because I'm saying these things doesn't mean you're wrong about anything. Maybe this person doesn't want to be called out. Maybe this person doesn't want to, you know, be pushed. You know, maybe they're stubborn. Maybe, you know, but maybe you are the one that's showing them because you care what they need to do. There's nothing wrong with that. But whether or not this person takes this opportunity to step up and commit to you or face, you know, what they need to work on, that's up to them. That's, you know, everybody has their own free will. It looks like you're worth it to them. You're in their energy, and it looks like they do want to work something out with you. The Ten of Cups, I want to be in a relationship with you. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. The Seven of Cups, right? So, you know, basically I'm seeing here, don't give up. There's so many ways this could play out. The Seven of Cups, you know, you got to choose where you want to put your focus and how you want to manifest this. And also it's about expectations. Maybe your expectations are a high, you know, and maybe this person feels like they can't meet your expectations. But this here is showing me, though, for you, you know, not to give up on your dreams, not to give up on your hopes, especially if you're manifesting in this relationship. There's a lot of ways this can turn out. There's so many ways this can turn out, is what I'm seeing. So let's see what kind of connection this is based on the astrology. Mercury. Let's see. So all over the place. All right, let's see. Huh. You got the waning moon, waning. Surrender and go with the flow. Let go. Rest, recuperate. Let fate take its course. It's not the right time to take action. It looks like you've done all you can. And sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and see what the person's going to do. Right? You are meant to fulfill your divine contract. So there is a soul contract here. It's meant to help both of you grow. So let's see, Aries through Pisces. All right. Take care. Learn it. All right. Aries through Pisces. Let's see. Aries, 6 of Cups. Looks like Aries wants to hang out with you, wants to reach out to you. All right. And we have Taurus, King of Swords. All right, so it looks like Taurus ready to communicate. All right, ready to talk things out, ready to speak their truth. Gemini. All right, looks like Gemini on their way. All right, looks like lots of communication, maybe something turning in your favor here with a Gemini. All right, some passion coming in. All right, we have Cancer on their way as well too. So there's some movement. Maybe you both want to see things change. You both want to see a future together. Leo, Page of Wands, some fun and flirting coming in with the Leo. Leo saying, still my season. Let's get this party going. Virgo, 5 of Swords, right? So there seems to be some conflict with the Virgo. Where's things going? I feel like I've done everything I could. All right. Libra, 7 of Wands, right? So there's some defensive energy. Libra's got their guards up. You know, maybe they feel like they're being attacked or under pressure, you know. But there's a worth fighting for here. Scorpio, we have the Star card. We're seeing positive change with a Scorpio. Seeing you guys come into alignment. You both definitely desire one another. All right, and we have Sagittarius, Queen of Swords. So Sag is like, all right, I see you, I see you. Let's talk. Let's talk things out. Capricorn, look at 4 of Wands. All right, so some of you are reaching some major milestone in a relationship. It looks like you're headed towards a reunion. It looks like you're headed towards commitment, and you're working through, you know, some serious points in the relationship. But only you and a Capricorn definitely could find a home with each other. Aquarius, the devil card, all right? So there's some heavy energy with an Aquarius, whether there's some deception, you know, jealousy, or, you know, power struggles going on with you and an Aquarius. But something definitely is coming up between the two of you guys triggering each other. And Pisces. Pisces definitely stay in your mind. Pisces got their eye on you. All right. Hello, Leo, of course. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good idea. All right. I'm glad you're doing well, Leo. I can't help it if it doesn't always resonate with the cross watchers. Don't take anything personal. My poor cross watchers. And it's funny because most readings are for cross watching. I don't know why you guys would rather cross watch. It's like you're trying to see if they're into somebody else, or, you know, cross watching their reading to see if you show up in their readings. But the mind fuck that does to you guys. I don't cross watch. I don't know if I did in the past. I did in the past. I'm not gonna lie. That's how it all starts. That's how it all starts. Right? But it definitely messes with your head. All right, Aquarius. 319. Yes, that's a number one rule. That's a great rule to live by. Never take anything personal. All right, Aquarius. Yeah. Aqua. Aquarius. All right, who's coming towards Aquarius? What's the highest energy for Aquarius? What's the highest energy for Aquarius? Who's coming towards you? You got the Strength card. I think you're the first person to get the Strength card today. Right? So you got Leo energy. You have Scorpio, Virgo, Cancer, and Sag. You have the number 11. All right. So this is a very strong bond, strong union. It seems like there's something about this connection that you two know how to work with each other. You're very different. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. There's something about this person that, you know, you're very attracted to. There's something about you that calms this person down or brings, you know, the two of you have something unique is what I'm getting, right? There's something unique here, you know, but the moon card can be, you know, messing with you as well. It's like, you know, we know there's something here, but where's it going? And the uncertainty and things always in flux. It seems like, you know, we got to just hang on. You just got to hang on and see where it takes you. You know, you're battling a beast. You're battling a big one. You know, you go after the strong ones. You go after the challenges. You go after, you know, and this could be very spiritual too, where you signed up to be challenged because, you know, your strength, your inner strength, it changes you. These kind of relationships, they teach you how to become really strong and depend on yourself. So it is a very unique type of relationship that I'm already picking up on. All right, so let's see who's coming towards you. I have the Page of Pentacles. All right, so an opportunity and offer, somebody here that really is saying, you know, let's make it work. Let's build something here. Let's, you know, take it one step at a time and see where this goes, right? It's a very friendly attitude. So that's good. Very friendly attitude. All right. Somebody here that it's a new energy. The pages always bring in a new energy. It says, you know, it's youthful, it's young, it's just beginning, it's playful, it's meant to be kind of, you know, the learning curve, the learning period. Even if this is a reconciliation or it's a relationship that's been going on a long time, you know, the pages show up to remind us that we maybe need to take a step back where we forgot who our person was. Maybe your person feels like you're not getting them. You're not on the same page, right? We all change, we all evolve. And so this energy is, you got to get to know me for who I am now, not who I was when you first met me. Not who you think I'm supposed to be or who you want me to be. You've got to look at me for who I've become. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. Right? So let's see your energy. We have the Ace of Swords, your obstacle. We have the Five of Swords. You know, it's being able to see through the grief that's going on in your mind right now. You don't trust the situation. You're having a hard time. You know, you're feeling like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. You know, I thought I knew. I'm trying to figure it out. I can't seem to figure out a solution. You know, you feel very conflicted or frustrated or disappointed, whether in yourself or in another person. And some of you may be feeling like you know, I want an apology, or I want something done right. I want to fix something, you know, or maybe you said something and maybe it's vice versa. Let's see your person's energy, the Lovers, their obstacle, the Eight of Wands. All right. So, you know, it looks like somebody came in, there was a relationship that started, the Lovers card. You guys definitely felt that bond. And this person could have, you know, things could have really went fast, and then all of a sudden they stopped and they really confused you. So how do things go from the Eight of Wands, very passionate, very fast, to all of a sudden stop and slow down? You know, and there's a misunderstanding here, obviously. You're feeling like you just are so, you know, uncertain about this situation. It's really frustrating you. You know, the Lovers card is this person, you know, gives you a vibe, gives you a feeling, you know, that you guys, when you're together, it feels great. Then things get heated and we get triggered, and the Eight of Wands is their obstacle. You know, sometimes they lose their shit, or they say something, or they go silent, or they just stop, or they just take no action whatsoever. And this is what's messing with you. It's like, I need to know where things are going. I need to know what's next, right? Or I need an explanation. It's really hard. I feel this feeling for you. And then, you know, things just, it seems like things get out of hand when you get heated, or when there's arguments or words being crossed, right? So it's like, all right, things get intense, things get urgent, things get frustrated, and then we blame each other, or we start triggering each other, and we start saying each other. It's like we get caught up in the heat of the moment. And it seems like this person, there's a lot of passion with this person. So yeah, when you're together, it's like it can be amazing, amazing, amazing sex, amazing times, amazing fun. But then when shit hits the fan, it's like it also explodes. It's very intense. And the Page of Pentacles is like, we really got to learn each other, because we're definitely pissing each other off or triggering each other, and we're misunderstanding each other. We're not seeing, you know, seeing clearly. You know, because it looks like you guys are mirroring each other, and this person thinks you're equally to blame as they are. Right? It feels like pointing fingers back and forth. And it looks like both of you, air and fire, doesn't mean that you have to be air or fire, but it looks like, you know, there's a air and fire, you know, it's that heated, that explosion, that you know, that something goes wrong and we say what we don't really want to say, or we say what we really mean, but we say it in a harsh way. And so the Strength card too can be saying sometimes we come on too strong, or, you know, we need to approach this situation more kind. How can we be kinder to one another? Because it looks like you might say things that really hurt one another at times and confuse one another. What does this person want with you? You got Gemini energy showing up too. I see the Seven of Pentacles. Your person has seen a future with you. Your person here is invested. It's like, I see where this can go. I'm following the path. I'm moving forward, you know. It's kind of scary. I don't know exactly what's at the end of the road, but I definitely know that it's worth investigating. But there's a roadblock for a reason. It seems like the road to, you're taking a turn here. We're going down another path, and it wasn't the path you expected, right? You thought things were going one way, and then all of a sudden, where the hell did this come from? Because you're being shown something that might bite you in the ass later. You're being shown another way around a problem, but you're being shown where something or why something is showing up and how you guys can work it before you move any further. And this seems to be where we got to compromise. We got to figure it out. We got to understand why we're triggering each other like this. What Spirit wants you to know is the World card. This relationship might not be like it was in the past. So this relationship, the World card is your advice. The World card shows a chapter. We're in a new world, a new way of doing things, a new way of seeing things, and waking it up into a new perspective, especially with Pluto and Aquarius, right? So this is like, the World card is like finding closure with the way you think or thought things should be, or how relationships used to be, and seeing things differently, because it looks like this person really wants to build some sort of new chapter with you, but you guys are constantly, you're stuck in this conflict right here. And it's one of your challenges. Finding patience with one another. Finding the strength to be creative. Find another way around this solution. You know, look, I'm going to be Scorpio. You want what you want. You want to get what you want. You got to be creative. Get what you want. Doing this or blowing up or fighting all this other stuff is not getting, it's getting you further away from what you want. You know, and if it's something that you've done several times with this person, it's ongoing, it's proven that it's keeping you guys stuck in a situation. You're not getting ahead. You're not building. And this person wants to, but you have a roadblock here. Let's see. Let's see astrologically what's going on here. Why is this person here? I love you. You know, I do read differently. I am all about psychology, guys. The cards read to me, you know, all about psychology and dynamics and relationship dynamics. And that's, I'm always trying to find a solution to your problems. I'm not just trying to read cards. And some people don't want solutions to their problems. You know, I don't know. It ain't me. Look at this. You guys are discovering all the parts of you, the myriad facets of who you are. So this is a very important relationship, like I said in the beginning. There's something unique about this connection that is teaching you guys to really reflect, really look at things differently. See why things are the way they are. Approaching the situation different than you would have in the past. It's not the same. And there's a chance for it to have many different outcomes, but it's going to stay stuck until we decide how to nip this in the bud. Figure it out. All right. Let's see Aries through Pisces. Hello, Tanya. All right, Aries through Pisces. All right, let's see the person on your mind, Aries to Pisces, the energy they're coming in. You have 6 of Pentacles. Like, let's make this work. All right, let's make it work. Let's shake hands. Aries, Knight of Swords. So 180 here. Looks like an Aries, you know, has still something to say to you, you know, turning around, coming back. You know, so whatever's going on, it could completely go in a different direction, but we see messages. Taurus, we're seeing 5 of Swords, so we are definitely seeing some conflict, some, you know, just no-win situation. Can't seem to compromise with a Taurus. Gemini, Page of Cups. Gemini's got love for you. Gemini's like, all right, what do we need to do here? What do we need to do to make this work? I'm into you. Cancer, 9 of Swords. Cancer's like, another round. Cancer losing sleep. All right, so there's a negative energy here. It's like you guys got to figure something out because it looks like on the brink of ending something. Leo, back and forth, but still potential, right? We got to work together because I'm into you. I want to see where this goes. We got to work together. We have different personalities. We're completely opposite, but we can do this. You can do this. You can do it. Virgo, 3 of Wands. Virgo's like, you know, I'm going in the direction you want me to. I am looking at you. I'm thinking we got to make this work. I'm thinking I want to reach out to you. I want to connect with you. I want to see where this goes. Libra, there could be a separation still with a Libra. It's hurting both of you if there is one, but it's happening for you guys to figure out what's going wrong here. Otherwise, it's going to continue. Scorpio, Lover's card. Scorpio in love with you. All right. It looks like you guys got a lovely relationship beginning, and there's going to be some challenges. Sagittarius, very defensive energy with a Sagittarius, but hey, you're worth it. Let's see. I see the problems. Let's go. All right. So you might be having a Sag come back in, but be prepared for them to, you know, say what they got to say. Capricorn, 8 of Swords. Cap's kind of feeling like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what to do here. I feel like we keep going around circles and I'm feeling stuck. Aquarius, 4 of Wands. So it looks like you're about to have some sort of reunion. You're reaching a point in a relationship that really could feel nice and stable. All right, somebody's coming home, especially another Aquarius. Pisces, 7 of Pentacles. All right, Pisces, like, you know, I see where we can go. You know, I'm here and I'm interested in you. So you might just be, you know, kind of working on some issue with a Pisces, but it looks like it's going to continue to move forward. All right, Pisces. Let's go out with a bang. 36. Wow, 3.5 hours. Wow. All right, time just flies, guys. I don't even know how I do it. All right, Pisces. That was my phone. All right, Pisces. This does work for me. Some of you guys think this stuff is really easy. So many different things that go into it. Let me see. The Justice card, Pisces. All right, so let's see. We got Libra energy, and we got a King of Wands. We got Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah. Yes, I do. I do. You are correct. I have Taurus, Pisces, I have Aquarius, and Gemini showing up for you. You have 1 and 5 as numerology. All right. And you even got the Justice card, which is number 11. So the ones are really big for you. And fives bring conflict and change for the better. So something is changing. Something is wanting to change in your relationship. Something is wanting to grow, wanting to move. So if you've been battling something for quite some time, it looks like right now it's like, something's got to give. We got to make this work or move or do something, because we can't stay stuck and not grow, right? And it looks like potential commitment with somebody. This is, marriage energy, which means that, we were in it, or we are in this because we really want to be here for the long haul, right? So let's see who's coming towards you. I have the 4 of Swords, right? So it could be somebody that's been quiet, somebody silent, somebody taking some space, trying to figure out trying to figure out this relationship, just needed a little bit of a break, and you may get the conclusion. Somebody probably feels like, we can't seem to figure out a solution to this problem, so we need some space. But it's the 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords is like, we just broke up, and now I just need to clear my head. And I'm reminiscing. I'm reminiscing about us. I'm looking at the good times. I'm looking at the bad times, especially if this is a new, situation where you guys are just freshly got in an argument or separated or anything like that. It's saying, I'm reminiscing. I'm thinking about everything right now. Your energy, the Page of Cups. All right, so you definitely got some love for this person. It could be a water sign that you're connected to as well. But your obstacle is the 8 of Wands, right? So you want what you want. Your heart wants what it wants. You're very passionate. It looks like you have a sense of urgency. You really want this to move. You really want this to go fast. It looks like you might be over communicating or trying to communicate your feelings. Maybe you expressed your feelings really fast and then somebody went quiet. And now you're like, what the hell happened? You spoke your truth, and sometimes you fall in love quickly, or you just get emotionally attached really quickly, and it's it's beautiful energy, but sometimes it can be naive, right? And then we're like, fuck, why did I do that? Look, I have a stellium in Pisces, right? So when it comes to relationships in me, I was always like that. You go with your feelings, you feel spiritual, so we run with it, right? Well, it may have overwhelmed somebody. And let's see your person. The Tower card. And I love my stellium in Pisces. I think this one. But we can be, we have to see through the illusions. We have to see through the illusions. Your person here is the Tower card, right? So you've got a recent breakup here. You have something that happened, the Tower card, things just kind of got out of control. Maybe that things just got too dramatic between you and this person. Their obstacle is the Wheel card. It's like they're not sure which way they want to go, and they don't know what to do. They weren't expecting this. Right? They weren't expecting this. And you got nothing but love for this person. This person may be very karmic for you, and they may have made some bad choices in the past. And, this person here is the one that seems to cause destruction. Like, it seems like you just want to make it work. You're like, what's up? unless this person, of course, is going through a breakup of some sort or a job loss or some big crisis in their life, and then here you come into this relationship and you're like ready to move in and you're like, I love you, and you do. And this person but might be in a position where it's like, I got so much going on here, and maybe they went silent on you and it's confusing you. So I'm just trying to give you a scenario here. They could be dealing with some consequences of some, decisions they made in the past. But giving them a little bit of time to think about their decisions is working in your favor. Because it looks like they just feel like they needed some space to breathe so that you guys could figure out. And I think you're having a hard time holding back your feelings. You're having a hard time holding back. You want to communicate with this person. You want to tell them how you feel constantly. You want to be heard. But it doesn't look like this person is in an energy to really hear you right now. What do they want? I do see the Emperor card. So I do see this person does want to show up, does want to rebuild something with you, and does see, making moves to build a foundation here with you. You got Aries energy showing up too. So it's like, I really want to show up for you. Very strong Aries and Scorpio energy. And this person here, just doesn't want to keep repeating a pattern that you guys keep going through, if that's the case for some of you. It's like we keep going around in circles here. I know you love me. We obviously both have deep feelings for each other. So if they took some space, it's because they really didn't know what else to do. Or if they've gone silent. It may hurt your feelings, or you may have taken it personal, and this person, it's overwhelming them with that too. It's like with the Emperor here, it looks like they don't want to hurt your feelings, or they don't want this to even be happening. What does Spirit want you to know? Page of Pentacles, all right? So we do see peacemaking coming in, and we do see somebody who, after taking a little bit of time here, who's coming back around. It looks like somebody here really wants to open the door and compromise or figure out a way to take the next step forward. There's still something here. There's something to salvage, or there's something to grow from. Now, if your person is leaving another situation, all right, this has nothing to do with you. This is what they're going through, and why you may be feeling like you're not getting reciprocation. You're not getting the communication back that you want. They're overwhelmed with what's going on. But I see that when this person's coming back around here, the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles, it's like Pisces. It's like, here, I want to give something to you. I want to connect with you. I want to see where things go. Let's see what's affecting this connection. What else is going on? You have strong karma here with the Tower and the Wheel card. This is divine is at play here. This is unavoidable. This Tower moment, the Wheel of Fortune. This is consequences. This is consequences for whatever actions or whatever we did in the past. This is, something coming around that, your person saw coming, or you saw coming, right? But a chance for a do-over is possible. Mars, look at this destruction. Fighter, there's conflict, force. All right, so it does seem like there's a lot of conflict in this relationship, but Mars is here to create change. This relationship needs to change. It needs to grow. And that's what I'm getting for you. And I do see the 11th house here. So I do feel like, you guys, you have the same common goals. You have a friendship. You have something to build off of. And it looks like that's why this relationship could really flourish. is there is a deep kindness, a deep friendship, a deep feeling, but you know, you guys may have constant conflict. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. Hello, sad lady. The Star card. Look at the Star card, comes right after the Tower. So it shows that, you know, there's still, you know, you got to follow that glimmer of hope here. You know, things are cracking down, things are changing, because all the bullshit is being taken away and it's time for change. And if we're not willing to make the change, Divine's going to come in and say, God has spoken and this has to happen. But the Star card is showing healing energy coming in. Aries, the Hanged Man. So they got you on their mind, but they're still holding back right now. Taurus, the Five of Wands. It looks like you and Taurus, some conflict going on here. You know, we gotta change something. Somebody's got to throw the towel in, or we got to compromise. Gemini, Ace of Wands. Gemini wanting to spark up conversation with you. They're very interested in you. Same thing with Cancer. Cancer's like, I got love for you, Pisces. Ace of Cups. Leo, heavy energy with you and a Leo, right? Something's got to give. The 10 of Wands. Something's about to give between the two of you. My 10 of Wands can be a tower too. Something's going to crack. Virgo, the Knight of Pentacles. Virgo's like, I want to fix things. Virgo's like, I got this. Let's fix it. Libra is saying, you know what? I got to go do me, right? I'm going to do me. I'm going to focus on me. Libra doing some healing over here, you know, evolving. And they might be feeling like, you know, hey, we need a little bit of space to grow, right? You know, and we'll come back around. Scorpio, the Emperor card. Scorpio wanting to make peace or wanting to build something with you, all right? I'm very interested in seeing where this goes. Sagittarius, I got love for you, Pisces. You're all I think about. I've never felt this way before. Scorpio, Sag. Capricorn, Seven of Swords. There could be some lies or deception happening between you and a Capricorn. All right, and we have Aquarius, 10 of Cups. Aquarius wants a relationship with you. All right, they feel very comfortable with you and can see a future. And Pisces, look at this synchronicity. You got the Page of Cups. You are so loving, so lovable. All right, you just want love, all right? And there's a little bit of, you know, naivety here, and who cares, right? It's like my heart wants what it wants. It looks like you and Pisces falling for each other, all right? And there's potential for communication with you and a Pisces. I love you guys. I'm gonna let you go because it's been almost 4 hours and I've got to go get something to eat. Thank you to all my mods. Angel, thank you for always watching my back. Lisa and Melissa was here earlier. You know, thank you guys for always helping me. Hello, Taja and Learning and everybody that was here today. I've got a great community. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for bringing your energy. I love it when you're here live with me. It really does amp up the energy of the room in the readings. And tomorrow's Thursday. I most likely will be live with Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Because I think, yeah, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. And membership. Tomorrow, 3rd tier membership is questions. So you get your mini reading. So be specific with the ones that are in membership, what you want to know about, you know, and we'll do a mini reading. I love you guys and take care. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, and share. It helps my video grow.